big fucking ham. That's the best kind. I'm gonna have to cook the ham first, and then once that's cooked, I'm gonna have to cut it up in pieces, and then do my vegetables in the water. It's pre-cooked?
Yeah. The ham itself is a pre-cooked ham.
Yeah.
It needs to be finished.
Okay. Well, that's what gives the flavor, right?
Yeah.
You got brown sugar, right?
A little, yeah, I don't have a whole lot, but I got some.
Oh, well, I usually put brown sugar in my boiled dinners
Yeah.
because it gives it a nice flavor.
Yeah.
Where would that be? Okay, I got it.
In that container.
Yeah, I put it in this container. We got so much fucking food, man. Like, we're running out of room.
I know. She ain't done yet.
What?
She's not done. She's gonna be sending down.
Oh my god. Alright. So yeah, I'm putting ham on. And I put brown sugar in my ham, like in the water. And cook it with it. The brown sugar is all clumped up, like the moisturizer got in it or something.
Yeah.
Did the same thing to the sugar. You know, sugar is a cancer-causing agent.
Yeah.
That's how we end up with cancer and shit from sugar. That's why, you know, they fucking give kids candy and all that shit, getting them started on their cancer.
It's pretty much pop is a bad one.
What is?
Pop.
Pop?
Oh yeah.
That's all I fucking drank when I was a kid was pop.
Yeah.
That's all my parents ever drank was Pepsi.
Yeah. And the dark colored pop is worse than the light colored pop.
Really?
Yeah. If you're gonna drink pop, drink light colored pop.
Well, I should have got her to get me 7-Up then. So yeah. So yeah, I'm making boiled dinner with potatoes, carrots, turnip, cabbage, or turnip, cabbage. It's gonna be good. Bon appetit, Sassy. I thought I'd do something different than coming on talking about my life and shit like that. I get awful upset when I talk about my life and my childhood. So I thought I'd do something different, like a cooking show. Yeah.
She sent down some of the sweet potatoes.
I think these ones are regular potatoes.
But I mean, if you want, you can take those 4 or 5 sweet potatoes and peel them and put them in a juice.
I don't see no sweet potatoes here.
It was in that bag.
What one?
The one that was on the table.
Your mom took it. Yeah, your mom took that bag. She said that was hers.
No, I mean this is a brown paper bag. It had onions in it.
Oh, okay.
And it had 4 or 5 sweet potatoes in it.
Yeah, fuck. What did I do with it? I cleaned. I tried to organize shit, and I don't know what to do with it.
Throw it in the fridge. It had about 5 onions in it, and it had 4 sweet potatoes in it. And those are good for in the.
Well, you got all this blue box thing with all your tools and shit. Yeah, it's in this bag. I got her. I'll help you. You go through all that stuff there, and you don't need the men to take it out. I'm a strong girl. I can take it out myself.
Well, you know what,
Fuck
you
Cecil.
don't agree.
Cecil fucking stole from the wrong bitch. I'm mad at him. I don't give a fuck if it was a penny or not. I know it was only $2, but you don't fucking take stuff. You asked if you want something. You don't fucking steal. I fucking hate thieves. Cook up some sweet treats, Goddess Sassy. I am making a boiled dinner. I love boiled dinner. I love the way I make it. It's really, really fucking good. Food. No goofs allowed in the kitchen. No, there's no goofs here, thank God. My cousin wouldn't let them around me anyways. I do have good people in my family. Not all of them are bad. I'm so happy that my relative reached out to me when I was in the Haven house being fucking abused by them. Why they allowed their fucking Gina and Ricky Ray, the goof from the Bay, and that girl that had all them RCMP officers up on sexual assault charges. And then Wortman ended up shooting her ass, putting a few bullet holes in her. She's like, oh, look at me, check me out. Showed me all her bullet holes and shit that I clued right in. I was like, that was the bitch that had all the RCMP officers up on fucking sexual assault charges. Just like she tried to accuse Jason. After, he seen how crazy the bitch was. And he didn't want nothing to do with her. When she accused him of rape after he seen how crazy and shit she was, that Jay Brooks girl, he didn't want nothing to do with her. He wouldn't even let her back in his truck to smoke weed or nothing, right? He didn't want her. He wanted me after he seen how crazy she was. But when he first got there, she was like, you stay away from him. That's my guy. And I was like, all right. So I stayed away from him. I respected that she wanted him to zoom in her boom boom. So I stayed away from him. And then he didn't want her no more after he seen, like, she's fucking him. And then the next night she'd go up, sneak in Ricky's pod and be fucking and sucking him. And he didn't want her. So then he asked me to go out and smoke a joint with him. And he was telling me how crazy and fucked up she was, how she said that she wanted to move in with him and him to help her get her kid, and how she was always bad mouth and being shit to him. So I said, all right, it's time for payback. That's what you get, Jay, for breaking my fucking laptop that I bought off Chad. I rode the guts right out of Jason. And I know yous heard it because I made sure yous did. So yeah, I did fuck Jason. And he really liked me. And then when the next day, she was accusing him of rape. She sent him a message, and I read the messages she sent him about me, and saying that he raped her. And I thought, you fucking bitch. It's bitches like you who make it hard for cases like mine, because you guys are calling fucking rape when you guys are when you, Jay, you're a fucking tramp. You were fucking them all. You were fucking Ricky. You were fucking Dalton. You were fucking Jason. You were fucking probably old man Roy. For all I know Ricky was sucking him off. I know Ricky was sucking him off. Ricky Ray, the goof from the Bay, is actually Ricky Allen. That's Melky's little cocksucker from the Bay. Him and Melky, they bob on each other's knob. Gross. Yeah, he was probably doing old man Roy up the arsehole, and then Jay was probably blowing him. I really hate, though. I really hate what those drugs did to my face. Like, I have to wear cover up on my face. If I don't, you can see like the scars and shit on my face. You can see it on my chest. So I have to wear cover up to cover my face. And what it did to my teeth. But my teeth from me having my babies, I have very low iron. That's why I like to sleep a lot. That's why I'm always tired and stuff like that. Because when I had my babies took all the iron from my body. And so it took it from my teeth. And my teeth started to go bad after I had my children. Because my babies took all my iron out of my body. I need to go see Dr. Bob and get Dr. Bob to put me on some kind of medication to get iron back in my body. My iron's very, very low. That's why I'm tired all the time and stuff, not just because of depression. It's because I have low iron in my body. A pot's not. Should have a bigger pot for that. Do you have a bigger pot than that one there?
I don't know.
Like a big stew pot. I don't see one, just that one. I tore my rotary cup in my arm. I got pain right in the back here in my joint. And it goes all the way down into my elbow. And that would have been not just from that, it's because I got x-rays on my neck because Chris Gibbons, he went like that to my head and he cracked all the ligaments in my neck and I felt that's all I heard in my ears was all the ligaments in my neck breaking. And that night that I took Melky's phone from him, he come in the bedroom and grabbed the top of my hair and twisted my head like that and all the ligaments in my neck, I felt the same thing broke. So I got x-rays on my neck in Amherst when I came back from Cape Breton. And I got bone on bone. That's why I get like pain going all down my arm too. And I get like these fingers here. They're right tingly. They feel numb and they tingle. And so I got like bone on bone in my neck from pieces of shit abusing me. I don't know why the law enforcement, why they allowed that piece of shit goof, Melky, to abuse me for 8 months live on YouTube. And they never charged these fuckers. They never charged these men for abusing me. Never. But they'll charge me if I beat them back. If they're abusing me, I started standing my fucking ground. And I started fighting back. I'm not a little bitch no more. I'm not a little kid no more. They're not gonna abuse me no more. So yeah, good luck, police officers. Good luck, Constable Ferguson. Your charges that you got me on, pig, they ain't gonna stand. They're not gonna stand. Timmy Lee, I know you'll watch me too, you fucking goof, and your sisters too. Your sister Sherry Dawn in New Brunswick. Sherry Dawn, you're quite the fucking woman. You're quite the woman. You know what your brother's like. Telling me that I'm crazy and psychotic and I should be locked up, Sherry Dawn? No, it's your brother that should be locked up. Remember, he did murder Sadie Rogers in 1981. He was conspiracy. Not conspiracy, accomplice to murder. Because he was there when they raped her and beat her and stabbed her to death and then stolen $1 million out of her mattress because the old woman didn't believe in banks. But for you guys sending my check, calling and acting like me, and getting my check sent to your address, my over $1,000 of my own personal money, for you drug addicts doing that, I'll have you know, Timmy Lee, that's 10 to 14 years prison because that's fraud. You're going back to jail. My money is not your goof's money. That's my fucking money. Go out and suck a fucking dick if you need drugs that bad. Go out and suck a fucking dick if you need drugs that bad, Timmy Lee. You're done abusing me. Or since I seen you on tape 7 shoving a big black dildo up your ass, you should just go let some man fuck you up the ass, some dirty John. If you need drugs that bad, you don't steal from me, because I'm fucking gonna put yous all in jail. I'm pissed. I gotta wait for my fucking money, November, December, January's, February's check that you guys stolen from me. That's over $1,000 and some dollars. So whoever got you to cash that check for ya, Timmy Lee, it went to your address. You're just as in the fault as the person that probably took a picture photo of the check and got it deposited in their bank account. You're just as bad, Timmy Lee, because you were responsible, because it went to your address. You're going to jail. You will die in jail. Your police officers that protect you can't get you out of this one. Just saying, maybe you shouldn't be harassing me. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to put fear in me by using John Baker. John Baker, I ain't fucking scared of you, you dangerous cocksucker. I'll get Diop and his father to beat you again. Well, I didn't get him the first time. They beat you because you were blowing crack smoke in a child's face. That's why you got beat with baseball bats, John Baker. But I will pay them. I'll pay them to fucking beat you again with baseball bats. I'll pay them $500. And I ain't joking. Because I will get my money back, Timmy Lee, that you guys stole from me. That check that you guys cashed, that was mine. I will. I will give them $500 out of that money to take care of you, John Baker. I did get your messages. I don't know if that is a good deal for the baseball bat guys. Well, what would you think would be a good deal, Gigi Allen? What would be a good deal? Tell me what would be a good deal. I'd need at least 5K. Well, I don't have 5K. I don't have 5K. I only get so much of my money that has fucked me over in suing the asses off of fake family services for illegally kidnapping my child and using their relatives to rape and diddle my kids, and then illegally adopting my little girl Aaliyah out before she was even in care 2 years. Once I'm done suing the asses off all of them, I will pay you $5K. Actually, I'll pay you $10K. Deal. Alright. Might be a couple years though, fighting all these people in court. But yeah, I will. I'll pay you $10K. But you better do a good job. Maybe try to make them go missing like they did to Jesse. Make that motherfucker go missing, because we don't need no John Bakers. Who works for Jason Galloway and Tim Hunter, the diddler cops. I need a few people taken care of, actually, like Mike Hunter, who burnt that van in the old Crescent Pawn shop. After I woke up that morning and I realized, when I looked at the door handle, I was like, oh my God, this is the van that abducted me in '89 out of my grandmother's yard in Joggins, Nova Scotia. I need those people taken care of, so instead of me wanting to do what they did to Jesse, duct tape them to a chair and cut their fingers off one by one and cut their toes off one by one, then take a hot branded steel thing and brand their wounds together so it stops the bleeding, so I can torture them for a few more hours. Instead of me doing all that shit, which I do have big dreams of doing all that shit to those people who hurt me and my children. Instead of me getting myself in trouble, I'd rather pay somebody to do my dirty work for me. But it's going to take me a couple years, because I am taking them all to court for the damages and the trauma. And I'm taking my accident that they set up, I'm taking that back to court too. Because that was no accident. That was set up to murder me. So yeah, Curtis Ellis, get ready, because I'm taking that back to court. And you better start talking, motherfucker. Who put you up to that? And there was not a scratch on the motorcycle, after he hit me. There was not a scratch on the motorcycle. So what my relative told me he probably did was he drove up, stopped the bike, and how they flip the bike to the side and make it like go sideways. That is exactly what you did to me, Curtis Ellis. You came at me full fucking speed, stopped the bike right quick, and flung the back of the end of the bike, and it hit me, and I went flying up in the air, did 3 somersaults, and come down on my shoulder blade, which, see there's a chip out of my bone right there. It broke my collarbone. And up here, in my head, my hair's so thick you can barely see it. But up here in my head, there's a dent in my head, because they had to cut my head open and put a tube in my head and drain water off my brain. And I laid there in the hospital bed, and I was in between and afterlife. I could see my body laying in this white room, and my father crying, sitting beside me. and my nanny McKinnon praying, and all these girls, all these women in white dresses were knelt down praying on my bedside. I think they were angels, but all I could do was watch for 3 months. 3 months I laid there, and I had to learn to walk and talk and everything all over again. So I am a miracle. I lost my memory for a lot of years. God is good. God did not let me forget. So yeah, Curtis Ellis, Sean Layden, Rebecca Hiltz, you lawyers that my parents had, you guys ripped me off my settlement too. You guys didn't take 20%. You guys took 50%. Plus you guys ripped me off $51,000 that you guys didn't send with the $192.64. Then instantly, $49,192.64 was withdrawn out of my account. That would have been the money that Wanda St. Peter's and Henry Treadwell and Eddie Cook and Sherman Sheriff, that would have been the money that when they stole my bank information and my bank card and went up to Eddie Cook's house and filled out these Sun Life papers that I had no idea about until my mother dropped off a box in 2018 in Spring Hill. And then she said that Henry said that the stuff was mine, and then she left. Well, then I opened the box up, and it had all my hidden bank statements in it, and a Sun Life paper. So pretty much, it was like a slap in the face. It was a slap in the face, is what it was. That pretty much they're telling me, ha, you bitch, we ripped you off. Well, there's a cop that is investigating it, a really nice cop, and he don't wear the blue stripe. He's the one that I did the video statement with. So yes, I will get justice, but it's going to take a long time. But yeah, I will pay somebody to get rid of that John Baker. He's got to go. So does Darren and Kevin. So does Victor Rector. So does Willie Riley. All you people that hurt me and my kids, you all need to go. You guys should never came back. You guys thought I wouldn't remember. But I do. I remember. God is good. Is that her that message? You called me the other night. Who did that?
But you think somebody purposely
And like 2
drove?
weeks, there were like 2 or 3 weeks before this, the person that was using my car all week, their tires got slashed twice.
Who was the person that was? Man, so
What's his name? He did that?
No,
Or was his tires?
somebody slashed his tires, and then like 3 weeks after.
So why are they bothering you? Why are they bothering you?
Because she let her car to him
Oh,
all week. So they must have figured that he owned the car.
well, they knew it was mine, but
Oh, they
it
still
was
did.
because he was using it.
So you think that they purposely drove something into the radiator?
Well, it worked fine, and then all of a sudden.
They probably do. There's a lot of fucking idiots around here.
Nothing, and Bender's not. Like,
Eddie Cook, I'm gonna be taking your house, bud. You know, a house that you probably gotten after that $1 million that they stole out of Sadie Rogers' mattress.
No, but that's funny.
Who are we going and fucking up? I got your back, girl.
So,
I'm gonna fuck that carrot up.
17? 15.
Hey, Carolyn.
I went to
I heard you hate my fucking guts. Instead of using rotten bananas, I got a fresh one for you if you want it.
Like I said, the next day that we have, we can hold off for a few days. We're supposed to get some bad weather.
That was fucking gross.
If we get
Go buy a freaking dildo, girl. Using a rotten banana. I know you hate my guts, Carolyn. I don't know why, because I respected you. Until Babani sent me a message of you saying, fuck Sassy. Yeah, well, fuck you too, bitch. At least I ain't fucking my pussy with rotten bananas. I have toys. Adult toys that I use. Not bananas. I'm not a fruit fucker.
And then I always use antifreeze. I'm just already out of $20. Yeah, I'm not like $20 and trying to fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know anybody that's got any deals?
So I seen Big Lenny. I'm glad that Big Lenny's back. I'm so happy that Big Lenny's back. But yeah, Vince was right, Big Lenny. You need to listen to the doctors and the nurses when they're trying to help you. They don't want you to die. So yeah, Vince was right when he said what he said.
But I told them, I said, if you're a good radiator, don't stack shit on top of it. But I know that I had a few other different vehicles.
You don't have a carrot peeler, do you?
Yeah,
Oh, you do?
yeah.
Because I'm fucking these up. Like, I got this one so thin. I never seen one though.
There's 2 or 3 of them there.
Must be in the other drawer. What? Oh, I'm on live too. So. No, I didn't see one in there. See, I organize all this shit.
Should be black and there should be a...
Oh, there it is. Right in front of my face. I'm fucking blind, man. There we go.
Not bad. You know, I can make it work. I mean, first time I modified it around the thing. Out of the vehicle, that's totally different. Just to find one that's right height. Width doesn't matter so much, it's your height. So that you can fit in. And if I gotta make brackets, some of them are like wide. But then you can take a...
It's fucking hot in there.
It'll set the other rat in. It's not that big.
Oh, Amy, I do like your bra. I stole your bra, bitch. That's the only thing I didn't burn was your bra. Because I liked it. But the rest of your clothes, I burnt. Have you seen King Cobra's burritos? No, I didn't. I don't even know who King Cobra is.
Said they're really good fire starters.
I'm gonna have to. Does he have a YouTube channel? See these hands? Oh, I got cuts on them. Oh, well, those are working woman hands. I got them all friggin'. I got blisters in my hands. See that? I had splinters and everything from carrying the wood in. And then I tore my rotary cup. It hurts. And the doctors in Amherst, they won't prescribe me no pain meds. All they prescribe me is gabapentins and Flex Raw. They won't prescribe me no pain meds because I have this set up. But not Timmy Lee, you know, who was stealing my Gabby pins. My name's not Timmy Lee. I would never abuse my pain meds. But I do need pain meds. You know, I was hit by a motorcycle. I'm in pain every day. And the Amherst Hospital will not prescribe me no pain meds for my pain. They tell me to take Tylenol. Take Tylenol or Advil. Oh, that really helps. Fell back off. I have hydromorphs. Yeah, but I'm in Nova Scotia. You're probably not even in Canada. I'll buy some of you if you are in Nova Scotia. In Cumberland County, I'll buy a couple hydros off you for my pain. If I have to buy them illegally off the streets for my pain, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because the hospital won't fucking prescribe me none. The useless Amherst Hospital that lets Jason Galloway go in there and gets Dr. Harrison to say that I had COVID. So it fucks me up for my court. So I didn't, you know, thinking me, I had COVID. And I couldn't go to court. And then down in Truro, at that Haven House, they were letting their people steal off me and then kicking me out. Lying to me, saying that they were going to get me to my court dates in Amherst, and then they would kick me out. Again, fucking me up for court. See, they're trying to get me locked up. That's okay, Jillian Martin. You're gonna go to jail too, bitch. Because those were your relatives that hurt my children. Those are your relatives that sent that guy to my house from Newfoundland. And then took me over to Newfoundland and started injecting my hands with Dilaudid 8s. And had me an opiate addiction for 5 months. And then took a knife to my throat. Yeah, Gina, you said you sent him to my home. And you said you told him to kill me. He didn't get the chance, bitch, because I put him in jail after he took the knife to my throat. Because I didn't bring him home to Dilaudid 8. Yeah, I put him in jail. You're fucking right, I did. And then they were gonna... The old man, after he molested me when I was sleeping, drunk, passed out, the old man gave Calvin, I have a photo of it on my channel, 2 guitars, a high-powered rifle, a bow and arrow thing, and something else, I can't remember, but yeah, gave him that stuff to double tap me. That's why he kept asking me to go outside. You want to go outside in the woods and target practice? And I kept telling him, no, I don't feel good. I'm dope sick. And then the 3rd day he asked me, and then I had to show him the video of his uncle saying it was an act of love. Me questioning him why he touched me while I was sleeping. So yeah, then that's what saved my life, because they were going to double tap me. Fuck is hot.
Little side thing.
Who, me?
No.
You called me. What did you call me for? I didn't know who you were. I didn't mean to be rude.
I don't even think you were online.
I wasn't online because I didn't have no internet. I lost my internet last night or the night before when buddy from California kept calling me, and I'm mad at him, so I didn't answer his calls. Trying to tell me that Jesse's in protective custody. No, he ain't. He's dead.
Like on your phone.
I called him a couple times and I can't go alone.
No, like you must have took your phone and blocked me. You did that to Paul and Gary.
What do you mean?
They took their phone and blocked my number so I couldn't call.
And then he told me who you were, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
It's all good.
Okay.
But yeah, and then people died.
I thought you were part of those people. Them scumbags in Amherst.
Like the one who was helping out, like that. He must have found
Those criminals.
congratulations on everybody talking
It's fucking hot. Vanessa, what, Gigi Allen?
Apparently, and then I asked him.
Good deal, take it.
He's like,
What's the deal? Why do people in Miramichi know
my boyfriend.
who you are, Sassy? Because Dustin Stewart, when I was living in, Dustin Stewart, when I was living in Spring Hill, I was talking to him online, and I was at Pat Brown's house that night, and we were talking all night, and he asked to take me on a date to Pizza Delight. So I jumped the gun. I said, sure. Right? I thought he was cute. So he come down, drove all the way down to Spring Hill from Miramichi. And me and my brother, Pat Brown, we were walking up Elm Street in Spring Hill. And this car drove by. And then he messaged me and said, who's that walking with you? And I said, it's my brother Pat. It's okay, he's cool. And he said, well, I'm not picking you up. Tell him to walk away, keep walking. So I did. I should have known right then and there that something was up, right? So I told Pat, go back home, walk down the road, or this guy ain't gonna pick me up and take me out on a date to Pizza Delight. So Pat started walking, and then he came back around and picked me up. He told me he lived a couple minutes outside of Moncton, New Brunswick. So we were driving. We got a little past Moncton. And he kept driving and driving. I thought, holy fuck, this ain't a couple of minutes outside of Moncton. So we got all the way to somewheres where I've never been before, Miramichi. And then he wouldn't even stop to get me a fucking coffee from Tim Hortons. We went to his house, and he had what he said was cocaine that he was sniffing. That was not cocaine. That was not cocaine, Dustin Stewart. Anyways, he zoomed in my boom boom. And then I acted like I needed to go to a drugstore to get a douche. And I wanted to freshen up for him. Well, I never thought I should have, taken my stuff with me when he took me to the drugstore. So when he got me to the drugstore, he handed me a bank card. He gave me the PIN number to the bank card. He told me to get what I wanted on the card, and I thought, well, maybe he really is a nice guy. He wants to buy me what I want, but I didn't buy everything I wanted on that bank card. I only bought, I think I only bought a bottle of shampoo on the bank card that he gave me. So I went in and I bought tampons with my own money and a couple other things with my own money, and then I bought a bottle of shampoo on the bank card because I only had like $20 on me. So I come out of the store and I looked and I couldn't find him. I'm looking all around going, where the fuck is he? And I thought, holy fuck, man, this guy fucking left me here and I don't know where I am. So I sat down on the cement slab there by the door, and I'm sitting there and I'm so confused. I'm like, where am I? I'm lost. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm far, far from home. What am I gonna do? And the next thing you know, I'm smoking a cigarette too, and this guy comes out of the store. He says, "Excuse me, you wouldn't have a light, would you?" So I gave him my lighter, and he went, "How are you today?" And I went, "I'm lost." I said, "I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm lost. I don't know where I am." And he said, "Well, who brought you here?" So I told him, "Dustin Stewart brought me here." He went, "Oh yeah, he brought you here to work the streets for the bikers." I went, "Really?" So I started going through my phone. I started showing him videos of me singing. I started showing him videos of me and my children, pictures of me and my kids, telling him I'm not a prostitute. I don't work the streets and do that shit. Like, I'm scared. And then he went, "Well, stay with me. I'll protect you." So for 2 weeks, he hid me in bushes. I bathed in a river. He made me think that these bikers were after me, and he was hiding me and protecting me. But really, he was related to Dustin Stewart, because his last name was Nick Stewart. It was all a fucking setup from them. And then he took me to where the Headless Nun was, that I didn't know anything about until I made it back to Moncton. And Lisa told me, "You fucking idiot, that wasn't the Ku Klux Klan, that was the Headless Nun." So yeah, but yeah, Dustin Stewart, he stole my social insurance number, my card. Yeah, that's what they did. But I made it back. I made it back to Moncton, thanks to this nice family. Her name is Ethel. And I really like her and her son and her husband. After 2.5 weeks of being over there, this guy, I can't remember his name, but he was really nice too. He had this native girlfriend from Burnt Church named Victoria. This man, him and his girlfriend apparently was broken up, so he took me out and took me to the casino, and he put a bunch of money in the machines for me to play at the casino with him. And then he brought me back to their old apartment, and he told me that instead of me sleeping in the bushes and stuff, that I could sleep there in the apartment, but I'm gonna have to be out at a certain time in the morning, so make sure I'm awake. So he let me sleep in their old apartment on the floor. And I woke up to this great big bald-headed man saying, "Hey, what are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be in here." And I'm like, "Well, I was told I could sleep here. I'm sorry." And then next thing you know, this Victoria girl from Burnt Church, she's actually related to me. Yeah, I'm related to the Lamberts. She come in and she's like, I had her clothes on because Dustin Stewart stole everything that I brought with me. My purse, my Antonio Banderas hair straightener, a $300 straightener. Stole everything that was in my purse, my extra change of clothes I had with me. I had no clothes, but she gave me some clothes. And so when she came in the morning, she's like, "You take those clothes off." They were going to make me walk the streets naked. So I thought, fuck this. I'm tired of this shit. I dialed 911. This is how I know the police were involved in human trafficking me. I dialed 911. And I said, "This girl's going to make me walk the streets naked. She's telling me to take the clothes off that she gave me." And so a police officer came. And I told him my situation, how Dustin brought me there, and how they were going to try to make me work the streets and whatnot. And that police officer told me there's nothing he can do. I said, "I'm not from here. I don't know my way around here." He told me he couldn't help me. He said, "The farthest I can drive you is city limits." So then he drove me to the Tim Hortons. He told me to do something illegal, and that was hitchhike on the highway. That's illegal. You're not allowed to hitchhike on the highway. So yeah, he told me to do something illegal, which I thought, what the fuck kind of cops are these? So I sat down at Tim Hortons and I was crying my eyes out. And I was scared. And I got a hold of my cousin Heidi Dwyer in Ontario on Facebook. I told her my situation. And I told her, Heidi, can you call my mother and father and tell them that I'm sorry for all the pain I caused them, any trouble I gave them, and tell my children that I love them very, very much, but I don't think I'm going to make it home. So she got a hold of my parents. And then this nice family, this nice man and his wife and her son, I'm bawling my eyes out. They came and asked me what was wrong, and I told them everything that was going on, and they offered to buy me something to eat. They bought me something to eat. And then they offered to drive me to the back to see the police. The police wouldn't do nothing. And then they drove me to a woman's shelter. The woman's shelter was full. So they gave me clean pairs of panties and socks and stuff to change into. And they couldn't take me. So I was fucked. Nobody would help me except for this nice woman named Ethel and her husband and her son. And then they gave me a little bit of money and they told me to go to a big stop and ask the trucker if they could help you. So that's what I did. I went to a big stop. I bought some pop and I walked up to this trucker and I explained my situation. And he said he'll drive me to Moncton. So I made it back to Moncton. And he paid for my taxi to go to Lisa's house. And the next day, Chad came up and got me from Moncton. And I made it back home. Thank God. I made it back. But yeah, that was my situation in Miramichi. Thanks a lot, Dustin Stewart. That was some pizza delight date. Ow! Fuck! Oh, fuck! More water went on my fucking toes. I'm always barefoot. Like with feet, like, and then after like almost like a minute, it's gonna be good. But yeah, that's why they know me in Miramichi. Because yeah, I was over there. And I did have to do something for them. They were trying to get me on crystal meth back then in Miramichi. But I knew that if I took their drugs, I'm going to have to do something for them. I'm going to end up owing them. So I didn't touch it. That night, though, that I went to the casino, that guy did smoke some with me at that apartment. That's when I did do some. And then I fucked the shit out of him. I can't even remember his name, but yeah, I fucked the shit out of him. He was quite nice. Very nice man. But yeah, I did do something for them. I took care of this old girl. I took care of this old woman for them. And I mean, like, she could barely walk, so I'd walk. For about a week, I took care of her. I'd walk with her, holding her up in my arm so she wouldn't fall downtown to the stores to shop and everything. That's what I did for them. I took care of this old girl. I've never bathed an old woman in my life, but I bathed her. I helped her. I took care of her. And then she went all nutty on me. She went all nutty on me and kicked me out. I was thinking good because I was getting fucking tired to take care of the old bitch. But yeah, I never got paid for none of that. Just like I didn't get paid for taking care of Charlene Smith / White's kids for 3 months until I got head lice for the first time in my life. That was fucked, man. I got it twice actually because she went out and bought, instead of buying her 8 children, her 8 girls, lice treatments, she went out and bought a $300 sex toy and bought her husband a music amplifier and all the other little kids dollar store toys. Dirty bitch, unfit mother. Buying your kids fucking, not letting your kids go months with fucking head lice. Now I know why she cuts all their hair right short like boys. And then picks through. I seen her combing the kids' heads because like I never knew what this little tiny thin comb was. I just thought she was doing their hair. But yeah, when I got head lice, I fucking cut all my hair off because I seen something right here in my hair, in my sideburn. I seen something right there and I grabbed it and because I had a cat at that time. And I thought it was a flea at first because I had a cat and I thought there was a flea right there. So I grabbed it, I pulled it out and it had a little string of hair connected to it. And that thing had fucking arms, man. It's wrapping around my hair string. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then all of a sudden, my whole head started itching. Like, and I could feel things running through my head. I took a pair of scissors and I chopped all my hair off. And then I called that dirty bitch up, Charlene Smith / White. I called her out and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm gonna fucking commit suicide, man. Like there's these things running through my fucking head. She come over with that comb that I seen her combing her kid's head with. She started picking through my head. She went, yeah, you got head lice. I went, oh my God, I've never had it in my life before. So I called the pharmacist up. I said, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna commit fucking suicide. I got all these bugs in my head. He said, Vanessa, calm down. Come down to the pharmacy. We will help you and give you what you need. So I went down. He gave me lice treatment. So I did my treatment. And I didn't go back over to her house. For a couple weeks, she called me up. She said it was Araceli's and Trinity's birthday. That she wanted to go to Moncton and take Araceli and Trinity to Moncton for their birthday. Would I babysit again? I said, did you treat all your kids with lice treatments? She told me she did. So I said, okay, I'll come over and babysit again. So I went over. Her husband, Trinity, her oldest son, who don't even live with her, they all went to Moncton. Araceli stayed home with me and the other girls. So I'm holding the little baby. And I seen a bug crawl through the little baby's thin hair. I went, what the fuck? And then the other kids, they were scratching. And I went, that lying bitch. Then she comes home. After a few hours, she comes home. And she's showing me this $300 sex toy. I think it was called a Java. One of them toys where when you're a webcam model, every time the tipper tips, they control your toy. Well, it was one of those toys. And then she bought her husband, Cranston, very expensive music amplifier. And then she bought Trinity a bunch of name brand stuff, and she bought her son, who don't even live with her, a bunch of nice stuff. And then she bought all the other little kids' dollar store toys. No lice treatment. I thought, you dirty fucking bitch. I went home. Next day, my head started itching. I got it again. And I thought, fuck that dirty fucking unfit mother bitch. I'm calling CPS on her. She's unfit. So I called them. They went down. She wouldn't let them in the house. Yeah, Charlene, it was me. I called CPS on you because it's bitches like you who should not have kids. You're only popping them fucking kids out, them babies out like bread for the pecker chick. You're unfit. Stop. What do you mean stop? Frightening when you see how many were living in there. It's brutal. Now I'm itching. I don't have head lice now. I don't have head lice. I had it twice in my 30s. 33, I think I was. 33 or 32. Yeah, I had it for the first time in my life because of her. Because of her being unfit and not buying her kids treatments. Buying sex toys and her husband and her other kids and the other boy that don't even live with her. What money that she gets for those 8 kids. Taking that money and spend it on her and her husband and a kid, her son that don't even live with her, and her oldest daughter. And the other little kids have to suffer with head lice because of dirty bitches, dirty unfit mothers like Charlene Smith/White. This is what you get, Charlene Smith/White, for distributing my images and putting my photos on a Babylon site. This is what you get. I hit them all in nothing but the truth. They can't handle the truth. I know it's fucking hot in here now. Really fucking hot. I put a lot of wood in that fire, so it's fucking blaring down there. Does this window open? Yeah.
Not home probably got the, what are those things called? The little tin things, like the bed.
Well, I mean, like that,
What?
like where Paul's standing?
Yeah, you know what you're saying, you know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about, but it's one of those little, oh, what do they call those? I don't know what they call them, but I know what you're talking about.
Like across from Needs, by the Crescent apartment.
Oh, the little homeless booths.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Catholic Church.
Yeah, he's in one of them now.
Who's in them? Is Frosty still there?
Who?
Frosty? Jordan Frost?
I don't know.
How much does it cost to stay in one of those?
Little
I
faggot.
don't know if it's anything, is it? I'm not sure.
So.
But yeah, the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church built those for the homeless.
Somewhere in there.
Maybe Michelle does.
I tried to get into one of them when I was homeless off the street, on the streets. And Jordan Frost took my, because they built a new one for him. Right? Because the old girl, Mama they call her, the German girl, she was in the very first one. And then I went to the church and tried to get, because Mama was supposed to be leaving. And so I went in, asked if I could have one of them things. And then she wasn't leaving, I guess, for a while. The apartment didn't work out.
Do you have to pay for them?
Then no. is for homeless people.
Yeah, it's great.
So they built Jordan a brand new one, and I thought, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does the cops and Jeff from Bambinos and all them got me so fucking blacklisted that not even the women's shelter will take me? Oh yeah, they're fucking assholes in Amherst. Yeah, I'm not allowed in Duncan's pub either
They had a place in Amherst, in an apartment,
because of Jeff.
and then
I wonder why you hate me so much, Jeff from Bambinos. I wonder what his problem is with me.
they were going around and picking up fucking garbage and putting it in my trailer.
I think when people talk about living in the bush, they don't mean literally. What do you think they mean, Gigi Allen?
What?
Okay, did it have thorns and slugs?
Yeah, he wasn't a very good roommate.
Was it comfy bush? Was the bush you were staying at nice at least? What bush? What bush? You mean the bushes in Miramichi? Not when they took me to where the Headless Nun was. I thought it was the Ku Klux Klan coming after me, motherfuckers. I didn't know it didn't have a head. It looked like somebody with a fucking something white.
What?
I didn't know it didn't have a head until I looked up and shit about all of it. Lisa said, "You fucking nut." That wasn't the Ku Klux Klan, that was the Headless Nun. So yeah, they did that to me on purpose. You want me to tell you why they did that to me? You want me to tell you why Melky Woodland kept bringing up Mary Magdalene and how she was a whore and he always wanted to save a whore? Because Mary Magdalene is my bloodline. They did change her name when she came to Canada. When she came to what they call God's country. She joined a church, John the Baptist, the first church in Miramichi. And they changed her name to Sister Marie. Look it up if you guys think I'm crazy and you don't believe me. Do your research. Sister Marie was in fact Mary Magdalene. And they cut her head off. They cut her head off.
I think it's supposed to be May. So it's very much 22, so.
But yeah, I do have the blood of Christ.
Wait, remember all this time, like, 80 months?
Yeah, God's country. Yeah, that's where Mary Magdalene came to after she left South France. She came down the Fort Lawrence River into French Cove, and she joined John the Baptist, the first church. And they changed her name. They changed her daughter's name. Her daughter's name is Tamar. They changed her daughter's name to Philomene, my grandmother. Tamar's name was changed to Philomene, and that's my grandmother. So yeah, that's why they probably brought me to that area where the Headless Nun was. And that's why Melky Woodland kept saying, talking about Mary Magdalene and all this stuff. Because it was Melky's people that cut her head off. It was Melky Woodland's people that cut Mary Magdalene, Sister Marie's head off. They tried to make her into a whore. She was never a whore. She was Jesus Christ's wife. No. Wasn't it 100% back? Wasn't it 100% natives back then, though? Yes, it was. It was. Philomene is First Nations tribe Algonquin. Algonquin. That's where I get the native from Philomene, who was really Tamar, the princess. Tamar was a princess. And Justice was a prince, and Joseph, her other son Joseph, I don't think he was a prince. I think it was just Justice that was a prince. But Tamara was the princess. Algonquin himself, yeah, that's where Mary Magdalene came from. She was born in Magdala, though. She was born in Magdala. And after she seen Jesus Christ rise from the dead, he told her to teach his teachings and to be good to people, love people, and help people. And that's what she did. She made it into South France. She left South France, traveled down the Fort Lawrence River into Miramichi, French Cove. They changed her name, John the Baptist Catholic Church. Changed her name to Sister Marie. And then they cut her fucking head off and threw her head in the river. They shipped her body back to South France. She is buried in a sacred cave. Her body, that is headless, is in a tomb in a sacred cave in France, South France. And her spirit, haunts French Cove around the bridge area. And that's where they took me to. So that would... What? Yeah, I'm making boiled dinner. I'm just waiting for the ham to cook. What, are you hungry? Yeah, it's cooking up good. It's a big fucking ham. You got no smokes? You want some?
What?
You got no smoke?
I had a couple.
Do you want some more?
Now my stomach's growling. But I wasn't hungry. I'm on like, what? Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. There you go. See, I'm a nice person.
I think she's related to Nathan, isn't
Who, Nathan O'Brien?
she?
Yeah, he's my cousin. I'm related to the O'Briens. I hate some of them, though.
Oh, me too, trust me.
I hate some of them fucking O'Briens. Yeah, I'm related to the Burkes, too. That's why I was so fucking mad when that Alicia Bourgeois, the Black Widow bitch that's killed a lot of guys. That's why I was so fucking mad when she did that to Jordan. That broke my fucking heart, man. He did not deserve that.
Passed away. Is that true?
I don't think she's out on with the Valley.
Somebody told me that she passed away.
Who?
Stacy. Jordan's mom. I
No.
don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I
No,
heard.
she's not. She didn't pass away.
No, I didn't think so either.
I wish the fucking Alicia would, though. Her and Tyler Brayley from Spring Hill. Is he? Yeah, he stabbed Nick Remington in the chest. And then Rhonda Boyd was the getaway car. That was my brother's best friend when they played ball together. And you know, and the cops, they're so fucking stupid. But then again, all these people that are doing this shit to people, they're all on the cops' payroll. They're CIs for the police, believe it or not.
No, that's how they get away with a lot of this shit. That's how.
Yeah, because the police are fucking...
He's still driving around too.
Who?
But I've never heard tell of anybody allowed.
There's plenty.
Yeah, I never heard tell of them allowed him to get out. To see his family, and they said
He was up like 4 years or 3.5 years. Like he was up 3.5 years before he went to jail. Then what, not even here? I got kicked out of the quarters for being intimidating. I was just standing there. Outside, not even in the courtroom. They all come out, and it was like nobody in there. It was the old courthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all come out and they all go around, and then the cop comes over. He's like, I'm gonna have to ask you.
Why did I shut that off? Fuck.
People telling me how much they're moving off the sidewalk then. Okay, bye.
Now I'm putting onions in it. But yeah, Mary Magdalene was never a whore. She was Jesus Christ's wife. They tried to make her a whore when she came to Canada. She was betrayed just like I've been betrayed. But yeah, probably the reason why I sing the Headless Nun is because that is my bloodline. That is my bloodline. And now you know.
I'll still fix it. We'll fix it tonight. Off my car. We'll fix that and I'll drive that right by his house.
But yeah, they found Mary Magdalene's head. After all these years, they found her head, and they have her head now in a museum. In a museum and in a case. Instead of going, you know, these fucking idiots, they're so fucking stupid. Go take her head instead of having it in a museum. You guys should take her head and go put her head, open her tomb up, and go put her head in with her body. So she ain't, her spirit is not haunting French Cove, asking people, not asking, but approaching people, approached me and just stood there. But what she wants, she approaches people to help, to wanting them to help her find her head. But her head's in a museum, so they should go bury her head. Put it in the tomb with her in France, so she is, her spirit can be at rest. Instead of her haunting, looking for her head. So yeah, Gina Michelson, that is my White Queen's will. They stole that from my Nanny McKinnon's house in Joggins. And that's the truth. That was supposed to be passed down to me because I am a queen. Not you, Gina. Gina wants to be who I am, and she never will be. She's a Lebanese bitch. She's Lebanese and Mexican. I'm Native Irish and Scottish and French.
He wanted him to get that truck off his property. And I said, well, where's he supposed to put it? Dale said, well, I don't know. He said that. And I said, well,
So yeah.
instead of telling Dale, I just figured that I've talked to somebody that talks to him. And if he needs to get the truck out of there, tell him he can put it back.
Of course, when my car died, yeah, kind of close to where he lived.
It's got to do with the French-English War, the seven-year war. Yes, yes, yep. That's why I have all these mixed nationalities in me. I'm French, Native, Irish, and Scottish. That's why I'm mixed. That's why her daughter was Native. Her, Mary Magdalene's daughter had Native in her because Jesus Christ, which my ancestors lost. Bye, girl. See ya. I like her.
Yeah, she got a problem too, eh?
All of us girls do in here in Nova Scotia. Because of the fucking law enforcement allowing fucking this shit to go on to us. That's why.
Thing is, so she went in a vehicle with somebody and then they flat the tires.
Yeah, who?
Because of this guy. And then they smashed the radiator of her car.
Who though?
And then, I don't know who it was, but the guy that borrowed the car, he should be responsible to fix her fucking car.
Well, yeah, if they did it because he was driving it.
Yeah.
If he's got the beef. I wonder what he did to have the beef with the people.
Probably drugs.
Oh, isn't it always about drugs?
Probably.
People fucking fronting drugs and not paying the dealers back. That's probably what it is. Or they're robbing drug dealers and getting fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I'm out of the game. Fuck, I'm so glad I'm out of that game. But still, even when I did do drugs, if I fronted something, I always paid it back.
Yeah.
That's why I gave Bruce his $30.
Yeah.
Because I am fucking, what?
You're honest.
Because I'm honest and I'm trustworthy. If I owe people something, I pay my debts. No, some people are fucking ginks, man. Fucking lowlifes. Want to do drugs and then front and then they don't, or they're fucking robbing drug dealers, the fucking light finger fucks. And then placing blame on innocent people.
Well, fuck this drug dealer over because there's so many drug dealers out there that they just keep going from one to another to another.
Right. Yeah, I figured that the other night you were right when Sugar Daddy texted me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's in with all those people and they're trying to get me set up.
Yeah. I believe that.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. So I'm glad I told him I didn't need him anymore. I'm off the drugs. I don't fucking need you. Don't fucking need you, Sugar Daddy.
And that's the way that they figured they had a hold on you.
Yeah, that's the way that they thought they were going to set me up because I did see Sugar Daddy coming out of the courthouse one day and he asked me to go for a drive with him and I told him I couldn't, that I was ministrating and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then he says, well, do you got any sexy pictures or videos? And I said, well, yeah, I got a video that I can sell you for $65 fucking dollars. It was only like a minute and a half video too.
Yeah.
And he paid the $65 fucking dollars and I sent him the video. But there will be no more fucking videos and photos for cheap fucking old pricks like that anymore. Don't fucking message me no more, Sugar Daddy, because I'm done with you.
And the worst part of it is, even if you did get drug money or drugs, you would share it with them. I know you would.
Oh, Sugar Daddy didn't do drugs.
No?
No. No. He was just an old fucking pervert. Just an old pervert wanting to get his kicks off. But yeah, I seen him coming out of the courthouse and I figure he's a part of Douglas Shafford too. So I'm glad you are teaching me some stuff about those kind of people. And And how convenient. He messages me right after I tell Timmy that my checks were sent to that address that I just called my business. And then the next morning I get a message from Sugar Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I get another one from another girl asking me where the fuck I am.
Hey.
What?
Yeah. You know,
They're all coming out of the woodwork, aren't they? After I messaged and noticed that my fucking that's where my check was. They are all gonna go to jail for that.
Who's to say that she wasn't the one that fucking forged your name?
Her?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think?
No, I don't think Ashley would do that.
Well, she's responsible. Like she's wanting to know where you're at.
It wouldn't have been Ashley. It would have been probably Jamie
Right.
and Bruce.
Okay.
And if it wasn't them two, it might have been Corey LeBlanc. And if it wasn't him, it might have been Kristen Walton because she's known for doing that shit.
Right.
But either way, Timmy's responsible because that is the address that my business told me that the checks, that over $1,000 check went to.
Yeah.
So why would they send my check to 5 Spring Street when I called when I was here
Yeah.
and gave them this address? Why in the fuck would they send my check to 5 Spring Street on February 27th? I don't live there.
No.
I called when I was in Truro and told them my situation with that guy at 5 Spring Street, how he was abusing me and stuff like that, and that I do not want any of my checks going to that address.
Yeah.
And then Melissa Faulkner gave me a 14 Court Street number, address, which was not 29 Arthur Street, where the Haven House is. She gave me a totally different address, 14 Court Street. She did that to fuck me up, to get me stuck.
Yeah.
That's why that big fat fucking pig Melissa Faulkner did that. So then when I got it at Truro and I made it back here, when I come here the first night, the first day, I called up and gave them this address to send my November, because when I first got to Truro, I got them to stop my checks. I got them to hold the checks that they were supposed to pay me for all those months. I told them the situation at 5 Spring Street, that I need them to hold the checks because I'm homeless. And so they held November's, December's, January's, and February's. And when I got here, I called them and got them to send all those months to this address. They sent March 15th check here, but I never got the over 1,000 and some.
So that was already in the workings of getting them sent to that address.
Yeah, that somebody, when they stole my check from Ronnie Hawkins' place, when they played me for 2 weeks saying that, oh, nothing was sent there, nothing was there, but really it was. They did that on purpose,
Yeah.
stole my check, so they got the policy number and all my information, and they held that and waited for this situation to happen to me in Truro. And then probably when that month, February, they had called and got somebody, a girl, a female, I don't know who it was, but they called and acted like me and got my checks sent to that address.
Yeah.
Probably after I called when I got here. It had to been. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It had to been after I made the call here. They must have called back my business. They called then after I made the call here and got it issued to his address. And then I accused Dale, I accused Cecil. Remember, I was accusing them all and I got them all mad at me
Yeah.
because my place said they sent it out February 27th. And then last week I called and they said that they sent the checks to 5 Spring Street. So yeah, they stole my fucking check.
That's probably the reason why they gave you you the wrong address right off the get-go. Because they knew that that's what they were going to do with the check.
Well, yeah, that's why Melissa Faulkner fucking did that. Because they had this all planned.
Yeah.
Well, joke's gonna be on all them because my business place will be investigating it. And I hate to be the motherfucker that cashed that check. Because that's 10 to 14 years prison. That's fraud. That's a government check.
Yeah.
So good luck, Timmy Lee. You're responsible for that.
And they're probably wondering why you're basically, you're giving them the information that they're thinking that you wouldn't know. You know what I mean? You're giving them valid
And that's
information.
why that David Ripley guy
Yeah.
at Haven House, that's why he was trying to act like he was my biological father and that he fucked my mother and asked me, well, what year were you born?
Oh, yeah.
And so I told him what year I was born, and then he come back out after talking to Gina Lucifer. He come back outside to have a smoke while I was out there, and he went, yep. He said, yep, I'm your biological father. He just did that on the guy that was here, that Dale brought here.
Yeah.
That's the guy that tried to act like he was my biological father. I look just like my father, Ricky. Ain't no fucking way. My mother wasn't a whore.
You certainly don't
Or
look
slut.
like him.
What?
You certainly don't look like him.
You know who he looks like? He looks like fucking Wendell Ripley.
He looks like Window.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
And you know, Window showed me a picture of his dad,
Yeah.
and he looks like his dad.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know what? I think that is his dad.
I really believe it too.
I do too. That is Wendell's dad. I know it is. His father's not dead. So where did he get 10 grand from? Oh, right, I know. Because they had insurance on the trailer. That's where he got that fucking 10 grand.
The way Window was going on,
That his dad was dead and all that shit. That's why his dad was in the homeless shelter in Truro. His dad ain't dead. Fuck Wendell Ripley, the fucking maggot. It was Wendell's family member, Jack Ripley.
Yeah.
When that bike hit me,
Yeah.
Jack Ripley did something to the motorcycle to make it look like an accident. Because, see, my parents, they tried to play me like I was crazy and brain dead and all this shit. But I listened to what the lawyers were saying to them. And the lawyers said that the RCMP were questioning why the motorcycle was touched before they arrived at the scene.
Right. How the hell would they know that the motorcycle was back?
I don't know how they knew, but the lawyers questioned my parents.
Because the fact is that it didn't match up to what they were saying.
Right, nothing matched up. If me and my cousin Shauna were going arm in arm across the street like they tried to say, and that we crossed in back of a cattle truck, that's a bullshit story.
Both of you would have got hit.
Both of us would have went fucking flying.
Yeah.
And there was not a scratch on Shauna, and nothing happened to her. That bike hit me so fucking hard that my shoes flew off my feet. And I must have skidded on the cement, because I remember when I came out of my coma, the back of my ankles were all ripped off. They were skidded off my fucking ankles. And I don't know how the fuck they grew back, but they grew back. My ankles were skidded right off my fucking feet. That's how hard he hit me. And this could be a bullshit story what my parents gave the lawyers.
Yeah.
They said that he hit me so hard that my shoes flew off my feet and hit my great uncle, Reg and Iona's house. That accident was set up to murder me because of what I spoke out about Ed Dwyer.
Right.
earlier that month. They tried to murder me. And they set all that shit up. And like you said, if the bike didn't have a scratch on it, then he stopped the bike and made the bike fly to the side, and then I went flying.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it would have been front end damage. If he had
Yeah,
hit you head
there's
on.
not a scratch on the motorcycle.
And the only other way that he could have hit you is nosedive the bike and spun it around.
Yeah, nosedived it and then spun it, and it hit me, and I went flying, and that would explain why the back of my fucking ankles were skidded off.
Yeah.
I probably didn't go way up in the air and do 3 somersaults and then come down on my fucking collarbone. That's all bullshit. I skid it because he probably come in to where me and Shauna we were playing at the post office. And he probably drove into the post office area and purposely hit me. Because of what I spoke out about Ed Dwyer molesting me to protect my younger relatives. So they tried to have me murdered. And unfortunately, God loves me. He didn't let them. Like he didn't let Kristen Walton and Rick Baker and Reggie Starr fucking sold me. I'm going to say it was rat poisoning because I was on probation at the time. And it was weird because Jesse Vance was involved in this too, believe it or not. See, God takes care of everybody that hurts me. Where's Jesse Vance at right now? In the ground, dead. He's dead. But Jesse was the one that took the $200. Rick passed him a bag and then passed me a bag. And then I left. And I went back to the rooming house across from Bargain Benny's where they were all breaking in my room. Justin LeBlanc, Corey LeBlanc, Jason Lucy. That's where I lived because I'd moved out of Timmy Lee's house. When I met up with Jerry McManamon early in the morning downtown at Tim Hortons to have coffee. And he told me, Vanessa, why are you giving him money? He's taking advantage of you. He's getting $2,000 COVID checks too, plus welfare. And I went, are you serious? Here he is acting like he's broke and not buying groceries, playing on my good fucking heart. And me thinking, you know, feeling bad and giving him fucking $100 here. Gave him $80 down at Lawton's. I was giving him money every time I went back to his house to change my clothes and to grab extra clothes, and then I was leaving. And then going to Spring Hill or going staying out at hotels for a couple nights doing meth with Chad. And then I go back to his house. I noticed my stuff was all moved around and gone through and things were missing, clothes and stuff. Brand new clothes that I bought on Wish.com. Those were missing. And then him trying to play me like I was crazy and stupid and, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. So, when Jerry told me that, I looked for a place. And I found that bedroom at the rooming house. And I moved out. Because of what Jerry told me. Jerry told me the truth, and that's why I said if I want to take this to trial, which I probably am gonna, I'm gonna summons Jerry McManamon to court, cause Jerry ain't gonna lie for the piece of shit. No, he was fucking stealing, leaves acting broke, and playing on my good heart, and me thinking I was doing a good thing. Him not having no groceries. And then when that was the last straw too. When he sold my groceries for the 3rd time, when I come back 2 days later after dropping groceries off, And not a fucking french fry. Not even a fucking bag of sugar or a bottle of pop was left. And then Jimmy Tower, and I do like Jimmy. Jimmy did not lie to me. Jimmy did tell me the truth. Jimmy was the one that took me to that van. But Jimmy told me, Vanessa, he sold your groceries for crack. And then Timmy would deny and lie and when I come back and the groceries are gone the third time, I started to flip the fuck out. And he called the cops on me. This is what he was doing. He was doing the same thing that Melky Woodland was doing to me in Cape Breton. Timmy was doing the exact same thing. And the police were in on it, obviously. Dirty fucking pigs in Amherst, Nova Scotia. They were in on it because they would take me out of his house and let him get away with stealing from me. Same thing with Corey LeBlanc. That day that I was in the bathroom, using the bathroom after cleaning Reggie's house up for him. I went in the bathroom to use the bathroom. Jimmy was sitting on the couch. I come out of the bathroom. He said, Vanessa, he just went through your fucking bag. And he was talking about Corey LeBlanc. So I went and opened my bag up, and I looked and noticed that all my Zopicone were gone out of my bottle. And then I left. I left from upstairs. I went downstairs, and I stood at the bottom of the stairs, waiting for Corey to come down the stairs. Corey comes down. I said, Bud, you ain't getting the fuck out of this fucking house until you give me every one of them fucking Zopicone that you stole out of my fucking bag. And he tried to play me like he didn't have none. I said, listen, Corey, it's like this, Bud. I'm going to beat your fucking ass. If you don't fucking give me them fucking pills back that you took of mine, I'm going to beat your fucking ass right here and you ain't getting out this door. Then Joel Wheaton and Abby Brown called the cops. Yeah, pieces of shit. They called the cops. I opened up the door and then there's 4 fucking cops coming towards the door. Vanessa, what are you doing? They said. I said, listen, if you guys don't get him to give me my fucking pills, I'm beating the fucking shit out of him. He stole all my Zopicone. So what did the cops do? Vanessa, go. Get going. Get out of this house. You gotta go. I was like, I want my fucking pills that he stole from me. So what they do, they took Corey in the cop car. They let him get away with stealing my fucking Zopicone. Same thing with Sean Jackson. Sean Jackson stole 59 of my Zops. This is what the cops are doing. The cops are letting these fucking pieces of shit fucking steal from me, abuse me, beat the fuck out of me black and blue. And they let them get away with it. But then when Vanessa stands her fucking ground and puts the Mac Cam fucking stomp down on the motherfuckers, they want to throw me in jail. But it's alright for them to beat on me, a girl with a fucking brain injury. That's not supposed to be hit in the head. Makes a lot of fucking sense, you fucking dirty pigs. You fucking cops, I'll never respect yous. I'll be taking the police to court, too. Joke's gonna be on all of them, because I am gonna see if that lawyer in New Brunswick, the scat man, holy fuck, that turnip's hard. I'm gonna see if that lawyer will help me, the one in New Brunswick. And I'll do whatever he wants. If he will be my lawyer and help me. I'll shit on him every fucking night. Right on his fucking chest, man. I'll shit in his fucking mouth if he wants me to do that, too. Because I need a good lawyer. I need a lawyer that's going to do their fucking job and not let these fucking people get away with what they've been doing to me. Or these police officers. Because they certainly fucking don't serve and protect women, especially a girl with a brain injury. And I know why. Because some of you dirty cops, like your deputy chief, Tim Hunter, who became... Right? Police informants fucking with me. And trolling me online. Like Matt and Gary Gallagher, who is a police officer. When I got police and dirty Crown prosecutor Douglas Shafford and corrupted judges and corrupted legal aid lawyers that they give me. When I got them not helping me and seeing the real situation and the truth, when I don't have them helping me, it's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. Because they're going to create a fucking killer out of me here soon because I'm very fucking angry. I'm very fucking angry and I'm very hurt. And when I don't have good parents, a good mother and father, when I don't have them backing their daughter up, knowing that they're involved, is hard. Because I backed my children. I thought the right thing to do was call the police after my little girl Leah came in my bedroom that morning. And then come to find out the fucking police were involved. That's why I'm glad that I went around him. That's why I'm glad that after I caught on to the police, when Peter Wallace told me to delete those voice messages that Kristen Walton. Oh! Oh, fuck yes I did. Yeah, I did. Sliced my fucking baby pinky. Do you got a Band-Aid?
Maybe in the bathroom, I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Top drawer?
Yeah, there might be something in there. What were you trying to cut?
Oh, I only cut a little bit. Just wait, Peter, my live's on.
Your what?
My live on is on my phone. You got a piece of tape? You got any tape?
I don't know.
There's no Band-Aids in there.
No.
No. Oh wait, I have tape downstairs. Just wait.
You want me to cut anything else up?
No, I got it. I just was cutting it the wrong way.
Where the fuck go?
No, I got it. I got pieces of it right there. I got it. But yeah,
What?
it's hard when the police are fucking in on all this shit. But yeah, Peter Wallace, he told me to delete evidence of what they were doing to a child. And I mean, he tried to tell me that that was a dog barking. That was no fucking dog barking. Because I could tell you exactly what was going on. Because I had to piece all 4 messages together. And that's what I did. I pieced all 4 of those messages together. And at first, you can hear you can hear Chris eating a child out. And you can hear the little kid whimpering. And then all of a sudden you hear him go, shh. And as he's going, shh, you can hear the little girl go, you're hurting me. And then you hear a woman who I always thought was Cassie, because that's all he talked about, but it was not Cassie. It was not Cassie at all. No, it was not Cassie. But you could hear a woman after the little kid goes, you're hurting me. You can hear a woman go, ah, that's my birdie. Eat it all out. And then you hear bang, 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 bang. Like that was no fucking dog barking, Peter Wallace, you fucking dirty pig. That was no fucking dog barking, you fucking pig cock, fucking diddler. Lying to Amber, your ex-girlfriend. I'm glad she left you, pig. Because you know what you were doing, Peter Wallace? You know what you were doing? You were lying to Amber saying you were working night shift, pig. And really, you weren't. You were going up to Moncton to the gay bar and plowing Jason Hunter up the arsehole. And then you were dropping Jason Hunter off at my house early in the morning and him smelling like nothing but fucking shit. You dirty fucking pig. Fucking faggot. That's what you were doing, Peter Wallace. So you ain't no better than your diddler CI chicken diddle. And Peter Wallace, I didn't delete that evidence, just to let you know. I still got it. And that was no dog barking, because I let 5 other people listen to it. Oh, and I did find out that when my brother Matt Warner was still living, that they probably killed him because he told me about Chris Gibbons, who I thought he was running around with Cassie Winters, but he wasn't. He was not. He was running around with Kristen Walton. And then I got a hold of Kristen's baby dad, who is Gary Mills. I messaged Gary, and I told Gary, your bitch is running around with Chris Gibbons. Next thing you know it, I'm laying on the couch in Spring Hill when I lived there. I'm laying on the couch and a knock came to the door. And I was laying on the couch in my t-shirt and my underwear because it was hot. It was summertime at that time. And I'm laying there in my t-shirt and panties watching TV. And knock came to the door. So I grabbed my blanket. I wrapped it around me. I went and opened up the door, and this blonde-headed girl. She's like, are you Vanessa Dwyer? I'm like, yeah, who the fuck are you? I'm Kristen Walton, and you're telling my man I'm running around with Chris Chicken? She challenged me to fight. So I went, just 1 minute. I'll be right back, bitch. I'm gonna go put some pants on. And when I come up, I'm fucking cleaning my yard with your face. So I went downstairs in the basement. I grabbed a pair of pants and I put it on. Knee knickers. I come up, I swung the door open. No, I told Gary before I went down in the basement after I told her I was going to clean my fucking yard with her face. I told Gary, because they showed up with their kids in the van. I said, Gary, you take those fucking kids home. They don't need to see what's going to happen to their mother. So I went down in the basement. Then I come upstairs. And I opened the door. They were both gone. They were gone. So then a little bit later, Gary came over. Gary came over himself. And he was telling me that he had a videotape recorder hidden in the house, and that she was, oh, chicken, and moaning and stuff like that, saying the name Chicken. I said, yeah, well, that's Chris's nickname, Chicken. And he told me that she was fucking him in front of her boys and everything. Like, she was trying to suck J.J. Morrissey's cock in front of her children. That's probably why they killed J.J. too. But yeah, that's what happened there. So Gary told me that he would bring the voice recording over and let me listen to it. But Chris denied all of it, just like they do. Like I said, no diddler is going to admit that they like children. They are always in denial. They are the worst kind of fucking human beings on this earth, and they all need to die. They all need to die. The world don't need people like that are hurting children. The world doesn't need those kind of people on earth. So a lot of you police officers, you all need to die. Douglas Schaffer, you do too, because you're a diddler yourself. You started this shit in the 60s. Probably with my grandfather, Ed Dwyer. Jim O'Neill, you're another lawyer. You were Chris's lawyer. You were Chris's lawyer. You fucking bastard, you fucking prick. How in the fuck did Chris get a paid lawyer? And I got Douglas Schaffer, the guy that my mother found in the jury room with Tim Hunter's wife and Tim Hunter, the arresting officer. So yeah, somebody had to fucking do it. Somebody had to catch y'all in conflict of interest at that Amherst courthouse. That's why you guys made my fucking life hell, because of Rick Simpson's trial. Because I was the one that was holding the sign outside of the courthouse, run from the cure. You guys destroyed my life. You guys raped my children. You guys illegally kidnapped my children. Your families fucking raped my children. And you're all gonna pay. You all are gonna be paying me for the rest of your fucking lives. If I can get this lawyer from Moncton to help me, because I don't want an Amherst lawyer, because you all are conflict of interest. You all work together. All your CIs have been abusing me, Douglas Schaffer. All your CIs been abusing me, Amherst Town Police. And you guys know it, because deputy, before you became a police officer in 1991, you were riding around in that white van too. Douglas Schaffer used to ride around in it with Dennis Cook. Douglas Schaffer, Dennis, Kenny Gilbert, you guys are the ones that raised these fucking diddlers. You know, you guys used to go out and pay Henry Treville's mother money to fucking abuse her kids. That's why those kids are so fucked up. That's why Linda Trebble's the way she is. That's why Gigi, that's why you Amherst Hospital, that's why you got her on Seroquel antipsychotic meds, trying to make her feel like she's fucking crazy for what you police officers and you Douglas Schaffer did to her and her siblings when she and her siblings were children. Geraldine is not crazy. Geraldine told me all about it. She is not crazy. She is right. I will get you justice for poop. Are you the lawyer in New Brunswick? The scat man? I need you. I'll shit all over you, bud. I will fucking every night if you want me to. I will shit all over your chest if you be my lawyer and you help me get justice and take these motherfuckers down. Because this lawyer that I have, she ain't gonna do shit for me. She's trying to make me go through wellness court, through mental health bullshit. I don't need fucking mental health. What I need is justice. I need my life back. I need my babies back. I need my kids away from those people. I need them away from Henry Treadwell, who was a fucking diddler, who raped me in 1987 with Timmy Lee when I was a 1-year-old baby, when my parents lived in Napan, Nova Scotia. And they lit my parents' home on fire when I was just a baby in the crib after they raped me on a table. I do remember that. But I never felt pain. I was just a 1-year-old baby. But I do remember body after body bouncing me on a fucking table. I wouldn't be surprised if my mother and father were fucking watching. And that's why my mother fucking lied to me about my brother playing with matches. And was jealous of me and tried to light me, burn me down in the house. Tried to burn me down in a house while I was in my crib. That's not the truth at all, Margaret. You're a fucking liar, bitch. You lied to me my whole fucking life. You forget there are people from River Hibbert and Joggins who do remember what they did to me in 1987 and how they lit my parents' home on fire. And Anita McFadden, didn't you tell me that your father went to Matcan and lit a house on fire? You did. You said that your father torched a house on fire, so it was probably my parents' house in Napan, Nova Scotia, 1987. Try to deny it, bitch. I'll get Steve Wilco to come to Canada, and I'll take a lie detector test, and then I want you to take one about those pictures too you showed me on the way to Don's house rehab in New Brunswick, in Fredericton. You did show me pictures, Anita, of Nellie Landry's house. And you could tell there was a body laying on the floor. Have you tried smoking weed? I love weed. I love weed, but you know what? I don't even want to smoke weed anymore. I don't even want to smoke weed no more. Like, I want to give these up because of the spot that's in my right lung. I want to give the cigarettes up, but it's so hard, right? Because I've been smoking since I was 10 years old, but I didn't inhale when I was 10. I used to go to the store and buy cigarettes for my parents for $5 a pack, and sometimes I'd lie and be like, they'd be for me. And me and my friends, we'd go and smoke cigarette, we'd blow it out, act like we were cool, and then we would take grass and we would chew grass, thinking that that would take the smell off of our breath so we wouldn't get caught for smoking from our parents. We used to do that at school too. In River Hibbert Elementary, we'd go out in the soccer field and we'd be smoking in the bushes, and then we would chew grass at school. But yeah, I didn't inhale until I was 13. I started inhaling when I was 13. I was smoking cigarettes since I was 13. And then I found out when I came back from Cape Breton, I got an x-ray on my lung, and I found out that I found out the day that Kristen Walton and Rick Baker and Jesse Vance and Reggie Starr poisoned me with, I'm going to say it was rat poison. It, like, when I put it in the cooker and I filled the needle up and I injected it, instantly I started, and that was like a little after 1 a.m. in the morning, and that's when I lived in the rooming house, and I'm going all night, all early that morning. And then when a brother, Derek Keever, thank God for him, God love him, I'm bent over in the chair in the living room downstairs in the room house, and I'm going like this, and Derek says, Vanessa, let's go to the hospital. Like, I couldn't breathe. I gasped from 1 after 1 a.m. in the morning till like 11 o'clock that morning when Derek woke up and he seen the condition I was in and me bent over the chair like hovering, like trying to breathe. And I was on probation at the time too, right? So I went out to, he drove me to the hospital, and I got out to the hospital, and I said to the doctor that I didn't know what was happening to me, but I can't breathe. Like, I didn't want to tell the doctor that I injected what I thought was cocaine, because I was on probation at that time, and I was not supposed to be doing drugs. So I was scared that the doctor would tell my probation officer that I was using drugs. So I didn't tell her that I was injected what I thought was cocaine. So I acted like I didn't know why I couldn't breathe. And so they did an x-ray on my chest. And my right lung was swollen, humongous, but my left lung was normal. But my right lung was like so friggin' big and humongous, swelled up. And she said that there was a tiny spot in my lung. So she gave me a puffer reliever, it was called, and I laid there in the hospital bed in an emergency for hours, puffing on this puffer. I should have really told her. I should have told her the truth to what I thought I injected cocaine, because then they would have did blood work and they would have found out what they sold, what Rick Baker and Jesse and Cuban and Kristen Walton gave me for $200. I should have told her the truth. I should have been honest, but I was scared that she was going to tell my probation officer that I was doing drugs and that I was going to go back to jail. But yeah, I found out August 2020 that I have a spot in my right lung. And I don't know what the fuck that shit was, but it was not cocaine. They tried to kill me August because when I came home in June, and Benji Perry, I was looking for crystal meth. Benji Perry, I asked him where I could get some meth, and he told me to go over to Cuban's house. Well, at that time, I didn't know who Cuban was. So he gave me where to go. I went and knocked on the door. As soon as he opened it and I walked in, I looked at him. I went, you look some familiar. How do I know you? And he went, oh, probably your Aunt Donna's house. And then all of a sudden, a flashback. Flashback went in my head. I went, I was thinking, I didn't say it to him, but I was thinking, yeah, you're the motherfucker that was molesting me on my Aunt Donna's couch when my Uncle Papa, Sandy Dwyer, when my Uncle Papa walked in and caught you and fucking grabbed a hold of you. And then I went downtown to go to the store, Denise, and I seen this red-headed girl walking. I went, Susan? I remember you. At this time, I didn't remember about the van and all that shit. And I was like, I remember, because at that time, all I could remember is Susan teaching me and my cousin Heather Porter to dirty dance. She's the one that taught me how to dirty dance when I was a kid. That's all I could remember at that time. And then we were walking up to Timmy Lee's house. And she went, Vanessa, do you remember back years ago, either from River Harbor or McCann, somebody was fucking a deer and they choked the deer to death from fucking it, and his eyes, his tongue was hanging out? As soon as she said that, a white van flashed through my head and my eyes got right big. I went, oh my God. I said, Susan, I said, do you remember a white van back then when I was little, going around the villages, picking kids up and abducting us and raping us? She went, what do you know? Tell me everything you know. So at that time, I didn't remember too much. At that time, I just remembered somebody fucking my deer, who was Reggie Starr. I remember that. And I told her everything I knew at that time. What did she do? She went back and told them that I'm starting to remember what they did to me. Then August, they tried to kill me with that stuff that I thought was cocaine. They tried to kill me. That's why Reggie Star was ordered to shoot me, because I'm remembering what you guys did to me. And there's no limitations on child rape, and I'm sorry to say, I need a good lawyer. I need a good lawyer. I need a good lawyer who will help me take down Tim Hunter, who will help me take down Douglas Shafford, who will help me get justice for what those people had done to me and my children. And those families, those dirty diddler families. I need a lawyer that's going to help me take that accident that they tried to kill me when I was 12 years old. I need a good lawyer that's going to help me sue them for that. I need a good lawyer that is going to help me get justice for all the damages and trauma that was caused, that they've caused me my entire life. And for my babies, what my babies had to go through. I'm not joking. I need a good lawyer. Because this woman lawyer I have, Amherst, Nova Scotia, it's all conflict of interest. They all work together. Lawyers, you know, working with the Crown, and the Crown's working with the lawyer, and the judge is working in on it too. That's why my daughter's case, Aaliyah, that's why her case was dismissed. They tried to tell me my daughter was too young to take the stand. My daughter didn't need to take the stand. That rape kit, that Queen Elizabeth rape kit, that proved everything. There's no way. There's no way a little girl gets hepatitis B and chlamydia, and her hymen broke. There's no way. And there's no way he was telling her to pick her toys up and going like this to my little girl's neck that morning. There's no way he was telling her to pick her toys up. That ain't telling her to pick her toys up. He was gonna break my little girl's neck before I woke up that morning. And Jesus Christ, who's always been with me, that Holy Spirit opened my one eye, and then she was standing on the inside of my bedroom doorway. He was standing on the outside of my bedroom doorway, and that's what he was doing, like that to her head. That was not telling her to pick her toys up. He was gonna break my little girl's neck before I woke up that morning, and then he was gonna throw her body down my steps, and try to tell me that she fell down the steps and broke her neck. I know exactly what he was gonna do. I don't need to go to fucking university or college or police academy to know what the fuck, why the fuck he was doing that. No wonder Nova Scotia is the most highest human trafficking province in Canada for children going missing and women and stuff like that, because of these fucking goofs that's been doing it since the 60s. No wonder Kimberly Andrews will never be found, who went missing from Parsboro. Victor Rector, you lived in Parsboro at that time. Chris Gibbons, you live in Parsboro too. It's you fucking goofs. You, John Baker, with your big green van that you got now, running around still fucking doing the same shit you guys did to me when I was a kid. But you know what? I survived. I survived. And your karma's a bitch. And her name's Vanessa. Now I need a good lawyer that's going to help me with all this shit. And you know what? I'll give you 50%. Not 20%. I'll give you half of whatever I get. But all these people, they all needs to pay. And that accident, I suffer with fucking pain every day. Every day I have pain because of that accident. I got nerve damage in my fucking bum cheeks from falling down the stairs after my accident. Because of this side. This side's my brain injury side. That side's the side of my brain injury, and my left side is all weak. This is the side also that I had 3 strokes on. That's why I have an eye bigger than the other one. That's why sometimes my lip goes up on one side, because I only really have control of this side. That accident fucked me up physically. And my parents and their sick diddler friends and those corrupted lawyers from Boeing Clark stole my fucking money. And here I was, homeless on the fucking streets, and my own fucking parents wouldn't even let me go stay with them, you fucking cocksuckers. You fucking unfit, fucking greedy, fucking bastards. God hates you people. You know, it says in the Bible, it says, you should not sell a woman for money. That is forbidden. You do not sell your kids either, Margaret and Ricky. You don't diddle kids either. And buggery is forbidden in the Bible too. God disapproves. I have nothing against gay people at all. I mean, I have gay friends. I have nothing against gay people. But God does disapprove. Like I said, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Adam and Steve can't have a baby. Adam and Eve did, though. That's why there's fucking AIDS and everything, because of fucking fruits. Let me read my comments. No way. Always best to tell the docs because they can waste value. They can waste valuable time trying to figure out what's wrong with you. I've already spoke to a psychiatrist here, the cat, in Truro when they were trying to have me locked up in a psych ward, you know, so they can cover all this shit up that I'm saying because they know it's the truth and they're trying to cover it up. And the psychiatrist released me. She didn't even give me those schizophrenic fucking meds that a package was sent to me. A package was sent to me in Truro. And I know that was not crystal meth. That was fucking bath salts, man. Like, I was growling and everything at the nurses and the psychiatrist and the doctor. I was growling at them. I was wrestling with fucking 4 security guards. I do remember that. They wouldn't let me out of the room. So when the door opened up, I fucking ran out of the door. I ran out of the door. And they tackled me on the floor. And I wrestled them. And then I remember I looked at one security guard. I said, I'll spit right in your fucking face, motherfucker. And he took his hand over my face like that. And then I grabbed his leg and I started pinching him. I was going fucking nuts. No wonder they gave me schizophrenic meds because of those fucking bath salts that they tried to, that this person sent me, that was not crystal meth. The way I was acting, it was like the video that I seen of somebody on bath salts. I was going like that to the doctors and the nurses. No wonder they put me on schizophrenic meds. Holy fuck. I was like zombified. So yeah, they gave me schizophrenic meds that night. They fucking tranquilized me 4 times. 4 times. Just jabbing me with fucking needles, and I'd wake right back up not long after they tranquilized me. I wake back up and I'd turn and look, and I'd look at the nurses and I'd start going like that, like growling at them. I've never had that experience before with crystal meth, but I've watched videos of people on bath salts, and that's what they gave me. That's what the person sent me, was fucking bath salts. And here I did, fucking, I was fucking smoking it. I was smoking it, and yeah, I was fucking going crazy. That was not crystal meth, that was fucking bath salts. And so yeah, they gave me schizophrenic meds after the 4th time they tranquilized me. I went down for the count. I woke up in this little room on a little padded fucking square bed, and I was back to normal. Thank God. And then I left with schizophrenic meds, and I took them for a couple days, and I thought, I know what these fucking people are trying to do here at this fucking Haven House shelter. They're trying to get me locked up in a fucking nut house because Jillian Martin and another social worker that I do remember from Amherst, they worked there. And I thought, yeah, I know exactly what these motherfuckers are trying to do. They're trying to get me locked up in a fucking nut house. They're allowing their fucking people that are staying in the pods to fucking sexually harass me. They're allowing them to steal from me. I heard them in the office downstairs. If it was not, what in the fuck's her name? She's Jamaican. I can't even remember her name, but I thought it was her because I'm thinking it was her. When I went in the room to go in our bedroom downstairs, because they did move me from upstairs because them motherfuckers, that Gina Michelson and Ricky Allen, who kept sexually harassing me and harassing me, period, they were making me angry, like I was gonna fuck them up. So they moved me from upstairs to downstairs. And then when I heard that girl, I went to go in our room, and she was sitting up on the phone. And I thought, well, I'm going to be respectful. I'm not going to go in the room while she's talking on the telephone. I'm going to give her privacy. So instead of going in the room and going to bed, I went in the living room where the TV was, and I laid the couch out. And I laid down on the couch, and I'm laying on the couch, and I could hear her, every word, talking about the insurance fraud that Henry Treadwell did, and laughing about it. And I started flipping right the fuck out. And then one of the staff came down, and I told her exactly what she was talking about, the insurance fraud, and laughing and stuff like that. And then the girl goes, "Are you taking your pills, Vanessa?" I went, "No, that has nothing to do with fucking pills." I said, "I know what she said. I'm laying right here. I can hear it." Then she went in the room. She come back out in the living room. She went, "Vanessa, she's in there sleeping." I said, "No, she's fucking not." She was on the fucking phone sitting up talking. I said, "Why the fuck do you think I'm out here in the living room?" Because I was going to give her some respect and privacy while she's talking on the phone. I'm saying I'm laying here listening to every fucking word she was saying, talking about the insurance fraud that Henry committed against me. Oh, you're paranoid, Vanessa. No, I'm not fucking paranoid. Don't play that shit with me, lady. Anyways, they ended up kicking me out. They ended up kicking me out that day, too. Just like they kicked me out when Ricky Allen stole my credit card. And then come to find out, the night that Andre was working, this girl named Terry, but I think it was Gina, I did hear Andre asking Terry why she stole the locker keys. I did notice two mug root beer cans of pop went missing out of my locker. But my bank card and my new credit card was still there. So I didn't think nothing. I thought, wow, they just stole 2 pop that time. So he asked Terry, why did you take the keys? But I don't believe it was Terry. I believe it was Gina, because Gina's the one that told me that the keys got stolen the night before. But I heard Andre was probably involved in all this mess. Andre asking Terry why she took the keys. When I come back here a few weeks ago, Jason Sampson, I was at his house. I told him to take me to the bank because I had $56 that I transferred out of my OnlyFans to my BMO bank card. And he took me to CIBC Bank in Spring Hill. I went to cash out $40 of that $56 that was transferred in my BMO account. And I put the card in the machine, I punched my PIN in. Next thing you know, it comes out, the thing, something, it ate my card. Something come up on my, something come up on the bank teller, and it said, your financial institution ask us to obtain your card. It ate my card. So when I come back here to River Harbor, I told my cousin about it, and my cousin said they did something to your card. That's why the bank machine ate your card. Great, I said. So they let their people that are staying in the pots sexually harass me, bully me, steal from me, threaten to murder me if I ratted out Bob Higgins, Gina's family. They let those people do that to me and then go in my locker. And I don't know if I might as well cut that new credit card up too, come to find out. They probably took pictures of it and shit like that. But they used my fucking BMO card. They did something with my BMO card for that machine to say what it said and eat my card. That's what my cousin told me, that they tried to use my card or something like that. But whatever, Haven House, I'll be taking you guys to court too for the abuse that I've suffered at that shelter. You know what? I was fine at the women's shelter, the women's transition house, 3rd place. They found out where I was at the women's shelter in Truro, where the RCMP put me for my safety. And then they started doing the same thing they did at Timmy Lee's house in the woods up behind the 3rd place transition house. They found out where I was. So the people that were staying in the woods at Timmy Lee's house, harassing me, stalking me, invading my privacy, breaking in his house, stealing from me, and him giving my stuff, they were all at the Haven House shelter. And they found out I was at 3rd place transition house. Like the white van that sped up to hit me when I was crossing the street and got to the middle line to go to the store, down from 3rd place shelter. When me and Paige, my friend Paige, Lloydie Paul's girlfriend, they just had a new baby. Congratulations. Baby girl, I told you, Paige. I told you it was a girl. I just knew it. Like, I listened to her belly and I started singing in her belly. I started singing to her belly. And then the baby started moving around in her belly and kicking. And I told her, and I said, that's a girl. That's not a boy. That's a baby girl. What'd she do? I was talking to Bucky the other night. He texted me. Bucky told me that Paige had a Lloydie Paul and his woman had a baby girl. I'm so happy for them. I really am. But yeah, me and Paige, we were walking and going to the store. And it would have been the video that I was like, you know, walking up the street and I went like that. And I was like, stop gang stalking me, motherfuckers. And I showed them the tattoo or whatever, my fishnets. And I said, stop fucking gang stalking me, motherfuckers. It would have been that night that I was going across the street. And I got to the yellow line, and this white van sped up when I got to the yellow line. Well, that white van was at Haven House. And who drives that white van? Roy Ripley. It's exactly who the fuck that was. Who was in the trees up behind Third Place Transition House? Dakota, who has a red jacket. That would have been the red jacket that me and Paige seen. Other one, Ricky Allen. Ricky Ray, the goof from the Bay. That was another one. Gina. Jay Brooks. JB. Guitar guy. They all started doing that in the woods behind the transition house too. And the white van was Roy Ripley, who was at the transition house where the police put me. So they got me kicked out of Third Place Transition House. Oh, and who is there at the transition house? Who showed up there when me and Paige and another girl named Cheryl was there at this Third Place Transition House? Who showed up there? Jocelyn Faulkner, who would be related to Melissa Faulkner at Haven House. So Jocelyn Faulkner would have been the one to tell all them, or to tell Melissa Faulkner, who gave me the wrong address, would have told her that I was at the Third Place Transition House. And that's why all those people started, that's why the people that were in the bushes behind Timmy Lee's place, that's why they all started doing the same thing to me at the Third Place Transition House and got me kicked out of there where I felt safe. So fuck you, Melissa Faulkner. Go on a fucking diet, you fucking pig. Go walk, lose some weight, or go do some crystal meth. It'll help you with your weight. I don't fucking like you, bitch. One bit. I don't like none of yous at that fucking homeless shelter. That's fucking harassment. Criminal harassment. What the fuck you guys was doing to me. Sexual harassment. Theft. Plotting fucking murder. Premeditated murder. Why the fuck you guys doing that shit to me anyways? Is it for Henry Treadwell, who married Alana, who is from New Waterford? New Waterford, same place where Milky Woodland's from. See, I told y'all all this shit that has happened to me for the last long time, since I was a baby. And who does Gina Michelson bring to the shelter after 3 days of me being there? Marty O'Brien, one of my childhood rapists. And then I helped them. But I knew. You know why they're trying to harm me? Because they're holding this grudge against me for what they did to me when I was a baby. That was not my fault. That was not my fault. Maybe if you guys kept your dicks out of children, you guys wouldn't have got kicked out of Cumberland County years ago. I thought they wanted to steal your inheritance. Yeah, they do. Well, she stole my white native queen's will, which would have been meant to be passed down to me because my Nanny McKinnon was passing that down to me. They stole that from my grandmother's house in Joggins, probably the year of 1989, when they took me out of her yard. That would have been the year that Gina Michelson and Marty O'Brien and Melky Woodland, Kim McKinnon, who is my mother's half-sister, did that. But Gina's the one that stole that will. That's who stole that will. My Nanny McKinnon, after 1989, my Nanny McKinnon had custody of me because my parents lost custody of me. And that's the truth. You know, I figured all this shit out myself. I had no help from anybody, except for those few people who do not lie and cover shit up like my parents did. That's how I knew my brother was not playing with no fucking matches and lit the house on fire and tried to burn me down in my crib. No, my parents let their friends have their sexual way with me, a 1-year-old baby. And they lied for their sick friends who are baby rapers. Thanks to people who don't lie, who are honest, who are actually, all those bodies bouncing me back and forth on a table. Those were no fucking bad nightmares. Those were real. That was real. That would have been 1987. Me, just a 1-year-old baby, being on a table and bodies, body after body, body after body, bang, 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 and then another one would come and bounce me on the table. But I don't remember feeling pain back then. But I do remember laying on my back, being on a table, and body after body after body bouncing me on a table. That would have been 1987. Then they lit my parents' home on fire. Tried to burn me alive in the crib. And Dr. McNeil, who was my family doctor when I was a kid, I always thought he molested me. And that's why he put his finger in my bum, because he was molesting me. But that's not why. I always thought that doctor molested me. I always wondered, why would he put his finger in my bum? No, he put his finger in my bum so he could put stitches in my bum in 1989. That doctor did not molest me. That doctor had to put his finger in my bum because he was putting stitches in my bum. My parents, Ricky and Margaret, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You are the ones that needs to go get help. Yous are the ones that needs to go lock yourselves up in a psych ward. Yous are the ones that are unfit fucking parents, that are greedy for money, that doesn't even care about what the fuck I've been put through and what your friends had did to me. You guys destroyed my fucking life, and I will be taking my son from you both and my brother. You're not gonna brainwash my son, You unfit fucking parents. My kids are gonna know the truth, Ricky and Margaret Dwyer. You unfit fucking goofs. Brought me in this world to do what you guys did to me. To fucking human traffic me. I wouldn't be surprised one fucking bit if you guys raped me too. And that's why you guys covered up all this shit for your fucking friends and your father and father-in-law. That's probably why, Dad, you'd always say, Dad would never lie to you. Dad was always good to you. Dad would never hurt you. No, Dad, but you did. Because you guys fucking lied to me my whole fucking life. And you called me a liar. And you tried to have me murdered at 12 years old.
It's around 2 a.m. A news crew is on the scene of a fatal car crash on Highway 262. Loudney Pereira dos Santos is the cameraman, filming the aftermath. My name is Lawrence, and this is my video. The car overturned several times and fell on the side of the road. Unfortunately, the gentleman who was inside was already dead. It was quite tense. The energy was not
Now I understand why Joe called you a fucking idiot.
as the road of death. It's one of the most, if not the most, notorious roads for accidents. Filming a deadly car crash.
It says in the Bible to honor your mother and father. I can't honor you fucking goofs. You guys are fucking goofs. Fuck you too, Darren McCormick and James Kevin Moore. Fuck you, preacher. You guys all come back to see if I'd forgive yous and if I'd remember. I do remember. And I don't forgive any of yous. Yous might have Corey LeBlanc, Dorothy Budd, Andrea Young, Amanda and Miranda Noyles, Jen Gabriel, Rose Smith, Justin LeBlanc, all of them who are too afraid and weak ass fucking mutts that are covering up for yous and not brave enough to speak out about what you guys have put us through, what you guys did to us in that white van. But I sure as fuck ain't scared. Try to have me shot, you guys all been exposed, so if anything fucking happens to me, Margaret and Ricky, you're going down. Darren, Kevin, Reggie, Victor, Melky, Kim, Charmaine Sheriff, Susan, Gina, David Ripley, Roy Ripley. Roy Ripley, your face looks familiar too, bud. Bob Higgins, you're another one, you fucking goof. You used to go to my grandfather's house. So did you, Roy Ripley. I remember she was, oh, you guys are all a pack of fucking diddler fucking goofs. Yous ain't my fucking family, that's for sure. That's for sure. I fucking hate your guys' guts. Rick Baker, you're another one. John Baker, you're another one. Doug Schaffer, Tim Hunter, Kenny Gilbert, y'all are other ones too. You know what? When I seen Rick Baker, when I went over to Rose Smith asked me to go over to McDonald Road where Rick Baker lived at that time? You stupid fucking bitch. They had you fucking tied up in that furnace room injecting you with opiates, you fucking dumb fucking whore. Anyways, I went over there and, you know, she was injecting her opiates, and me, I was smoking my crystal meth. And, I said to her, Rose, I said, did your mother ever tell you about 2 little girls that were left bloody in the Macan Woods? She went, yeah, my mom told me that they died. I said, Rose, those 2 little girls didn't die. So those 2 little girls was me and you. That would have been 1989 when they raped my baby deer in front of my face while Victor Rector was raping me in my bum. That would have been why Dr. McNeil put his finger in my bum. So Rose's mother, Bert, she lied to you, Rose. You've been being abused since you were a fucking baby, just like me. You've been being abused by them fucking goofs that get you addicted to drugs. And you now have HIV, AIDS, from Cuban, Reggie Starr. How can you protect those people? Are you fucking retarded, or are you sick just like them? But then again, you were on tape 7 too, Rose. Abusing my little cousin's daughter. You were abused too. You abused that little girl too. You were on tape 7 too. How do I know about tape 7? Let me think. Because I talked to the officer that cleaned the cameras out of the attic. See, there is good cops. There is good RCMP officers out there. They're not all bad. Some are good. But the ones that I name, they're pieces of shit. That's how I know about tape 7. That would have been the tape that the little girl took to the school and that she stole out of the attic, out of the 18 tapes they made. She stole tape 7 and brought it to the school and gave it to the teacher. You want me to tell you why she did that? Because she didn't like what the fuck you guys were doing to her. You fucking goose. She did not deserve any of that. She didn't like it, and that's why she stole that tape and brought it to the school. Because she wanted it to stop what the fuck you guys were doing to her. And I'm so proud of her. She's gonna be a strong female, just like me. She's not gonna be like any of you fucking goofs, that's for sure. She's gonna be just like me, because she didn't like it. She wanted it to stop. And I'm very, very proud of her. Each and every one of you guys that did that to my little cousin, you all need to die. Same with you, Tim Hunter. I heard you were on tape 7 too. So were you, Jason Galloway. I heard you both were. I heard Douglas Shafford was too. We need a new prime minister in Canada. We need a new law put in place in Canada where none of you fuckers are getting house arrest. None of you fuckers are in authority. None of you goofs have freedom to keep reoffending over and over and over. You guys destroy kids' lives. You guys destroy their lives for the rest of their lives, especially if they don't like it, like me. Unlike Chris Gibbons, who was raised in the colored home in Halifax, where all those kids were abused, there's some that grows up to be just like their diddlers. But me, I'm not a fucking diddler. I didn't like it, and I ain't nothing like his. And I want you guys all to fucking pay for what the fuck you guys been doing. So that van that was on the news in 1991, I can name all yous, and it needs to stop. You guys need to pay for what. Yeah, that van was on the news, and now I can name yous. But Mike Hunter, you burnt it. You burnt it, Mike Hunter. You ain't no fucking monster hunter, you fucking goof. You fucking made that page, that Monster Hunter page, Mike Hunter, to cover up your pedophilia, you fucking diddler. I joined that Monster Hunters and I was a decoy because you know what? I wanted to fucking take down each and every one of these fucking creeps. And here you did, Mike Hunter. You fucking used that to your fucking advantage, you fucking goof. You used that to cover up for your family and for my family, some of them, and for your fucking goof friends. You fucking used that Monster Hunter group to cover up for all of them, to make it look like you're Mr. Wonderful, and you're not, Mike. You're a fucking goof. Sassy, you need to have something to eat. I'm waiting for the ham. No, not Mike Hunt. No, Mike Hunter. You know, his brother, Deputy Chief, and undercover cop, Roger Hunter. They're all related. Terrence and Philip are innocent. Who are Terrence and Philip? I don't even know who Terrence and Philip are. It's AM machining. Cocaine Beer was a snuff firm. Snuff movies. What are snuff movies? Nobody has AIDS. Yes, they do. Reggie Starr has AIDS that he got out west. I don't know. Maybe he got it from fucking all them little boys up the ass without wearing protection. Getting shit on his dick. Now that's the pot. Now that's the pot calling the kettle black. What's your motive, Scott? You keep saying his name, LOL. Is that your lover at Spanish Fly? Rick Baker did the make up for filler. No, this is a different Rick Baker. This Rick Baker is a fucking diddler. This Rick Baker is from my past too. But yeah, what I was saying, that night when I went over there with Rose and I tried to, like, you know, tell her, like, those two little girls, they didn't die. Bert, you lied to your daughter just like my parents lied to me. Those two little girls didn't die, Rose. Those two little girls was me and you. You stupid bitch. Go stick another opiate in your arm. Go, D. Because I don't give a fuck what happens to you now. I tried to protect you, you stupid bitch. Tried to. But fuck you. You're just like them. But yeah, Rick Baker that night, I was in the bathroom taking a shower. I went there to shower too. And so I'm in the bathroom taking a shower. I'm in the bathroom smoking a cigarette, knowing that Rick Baker has OCD. Yeah, I did that on purpose. Yeah, I did.
Or even like that. Yeah. Walk to the first room and look at him. Are you okay? I was hoping he was gonna fucking drop dead. Yeah, so after I come into the bathroom, I opened the door up too. I left the bathroom door open after I smoked 5 cigarettes in his bathroom. So I'm back in the furnace room with Rose. And I opened the furnace door. After a while, I opened the furnace door room because I could hear somebody out in the hallway. Next thing you know, I see Rick on the stairs like this, and he's going, breathing like that. And, are you okay, Rick? Do you need me to do anything for you? With a big smile on my face. I'm thinking, I hope you fucking die, you fucking diddler goof. I'm such a bad girl. I'm not a bad girl. I'm not a bad girl. I thought it was fucking funny as fuck. Here I am taking a shower. I get out of the bathroom, smoke 5 cigarettes sitting on his toilet. I opened the door out, left the door open, went back across the hall in the furnace room, started smoking my crystal meth. Rose is fucking injecting opiates. And I'm just looking at her thinking, you poor, poor girl, man. You fucking dummy. And then I go in the furnace door room because I heard somebody out in the hallway. And here he is going like that. Are you okay, Rick? Do you need me to do anything for you? I'm thinking in my head, I hope you fucking die right in front of me, you cocksucker. I did not feel one bit sorry for him, and that's the truth. That's the truth. I was hoping he was gonna die in front of me. Anyways. Guess where Rick Baker is now? Same place where Jesse Vance is. You don't fuck with the goddess, because my God is taking care of each and every one of them. They're all dropping dead. So Rick Baker's dead. Jesse Vance is dead for what they did to me that night. Bonnie Zellers, who is on tape 7, who I verified in a bra. I just verified images. She's dead now. Who else is dead? Reggie Starr got AIDS. He's on his way out. Ross O'Brien's dead. God's taking care of them for me one by one. That's, you know who that is? That's my Uncle Bobby, who loved me more than my own father did. That's my Uncle Bobby up in heaven taking care of them for me. Oh, my Gramps dead. Fuck, who else is dead that abused me? Jack Ripley's dead.
Uh, Glenn Bristol's dead. Mary's dead. But I don't think Mary hurt me. But Milky Woodland, you're like this. Because my Uncle Bobby did have brothers. That's why you're like that, Milky. Because you raped children, and I was one of them. And you got taken care of. I'm going to put the potatoes in last and the carrots in first.
They are decidedly paranormal. Recently, 2 women went there to see for themselves and left convinced that they came face to face.
Bob Higgins, keep smoking your crystal meth. You're going to be dead next.
January 2021, Crossing, Arkansas. Best friends Wendy Sawyer and Courtney Richards are hoping to see the unexplained phenomenon known as the Crosset Lights. And several minutes after getting to the remote area where they are commonly seen, it happens.
My name is Wendy, and my name is Courtney, and this is our video. And I don't see it now. We sit there for a few minutes before it actually decided to come out, but when it decided to come out,
Fuck them carrots are hard. And I'm going to put the potatoes in last. Because they'll cook up faster.
it was very scary.
Oh my fuck, I can't even cut it.
Seen the light on several other occasions. This is Courtney's
Holy
first time,
fuck, them carrots are hard.
and she's freaked out.
So is the sweet potatoes. Put them in first before I put the potatoes and the cabbage in. The ham's all cooked though. Yeah. I just gotta wait for these vegetables.
And more terrifying. Because Courtney is all too aware of the supposed capabilities of this mysterious light.
From what I've heard, there has been times where it has come to people's cars, it has shut their engines off completely, it will not allow you to start your vehicle at all.
Luckily, Wendy is able to start her car. And as she starts driving, the light behaves in a way that confirms for both of them, once and for all, that what they have seen is not another car.
They have came to us and they started backing up. And I'm like, I don't, that can't be a car because why would they come toward us and then back up? All of a sudden, video did not do it justice, and it was one of the most surreal experiences of my whole life.
Are you still in pain?
Mm-hmm.
My shoulder's not paining anymore. potatoes are really hard too. Do you want an ice pack? I'm gonna take these peelings and stuff tomorrow, not when it's dark out, because fuck knows, maybe little tree loving crackheads are out back again. Put them out back for the animals to eat. Fuck, I'm tired. Here's the ham. excited.
Especially designed to care for their sensitive teeth. It works. Find money in every purchase you make. To redeem on any purchase you want to make. That's 10% cash back with the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite Card.
Wow, I remember that. That was the first job I did on TV.
Hard to believe you ever did anything like that.
I failed you.
That's what homeschool people do.
All of your favorite home series, all on one free streaming TV channel. Homeschool is right. Now homeschool is free. Look at the curly hair on it. The following program contains graphic scenes of violence and is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. The spectrum of light in our universe expands far beyond what the human eye can perceive. Which is why, when you observe something with your naked eye, you need the full picture. Unless, of course, you have the right equipment. Just ask a woman in Oklahoma who sensed an uneasy energy close by
That's why I put brown sugar.
to pick up her camera
I put brown sugar in my ham.
that she was not alone.
Cause it's sweet as fuck and it's fucking good.
Made in Norman, Oklahoma. Marlene White is in the bathroom. When she gets the
Here,
feeling
Peter.
she's being watched. But there's no one else in there.
Try that.
Marlene is rejected.
Fucking delicious.
Her phone.
Tell me what you think with the brown sugar and then in it.
It's the silhouette. Childlike figure
What?
Good.
Really good, isn't it?
shower door.
My name is Marlene, and this is my video. I just felt somebody staring at me. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna mess around and
It's fucking delicious.
I can see it personally with my own eyes. I see it in the camera. It was scary.
I don't like the fat though. Fat's fucking gross. But the fat, what?
Good ham.
Is fucking delicious.
Until it moves, ever so slightly.
The fat is what gives it the flavor too. But I don't eat the fat. It's fucking nasty.
Marlene leaves the bathroom in a hurry, shaken by the experience. And posts the video
I haven't had boiled dinner in a long time.
Instead,
Last boiled dinner I made was for me and my daughter, Leah.
so she returns to the bathroom later with her son.
So, real quick, if I can play people something, please. A lot of people were commenting saying that I put my son in the shower and recorded the video. So I put my son in the shower as a comparison.
Clearly, the two figures are distinctly different.
What we saw first time get in the shower and close the door. It was wrong.
Wife's material. Wife material. You don't see. Woo! You don't see Taco Queen slaving over a stove. Karma with a little help from Uncle Bobby. That's right. My Uncle Bobby loved me, man. My Uncle Bobby, he knew it was his daughter that I was spoke out to protect. Ow! And you know, my Uncle Bobby, when my father dropped me off after my mom drove me over to the Legion, my dad got in the car and he was crying. And I hate seeing my dad cry. Anyways, my dad was crying. And
He called me a liar, and he told me I wasn't allowed home. And then he drove me right back over to my Uncle Bobby's house. And when I walked in the house, I missed my Uncle Bobby so much too. When I walked in the house, my Uncle Bobby was sitting at the kitchen table. He told me to sit down, and I told him everything. He told me to tell him, and I told him. And he said, Vanessa, I believe you, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you did it to my two oldest sisters, Brenda and Gloria. And then I stayed the night there that night, and I got a call at school. The teacher told me that my mom and dad called and told me to get off the bus at home. And when I walked in the house, my mother and father were sitting at the table. They apologized to me for what they did to me the day before. They apologized to me. But they treated me like shit. They were different towards me and everything. And then at the end of that month, that's when my grandfather's neighbor, Curtis Ellis, hit me by a motorcycle. Apparently, I got hit by a motorcycle. God fucking knows what happened. God knows what happened. But they tried to have me murdered because the little family secret I spoke out about. Fuck your guys' family secret. But anyways, I spent almost a year in the IWK hospital learning to have to walk and talk and everything all over again. And I had to learn who my parents and everybody was all over again. But the only thing I could remember is what I spoke out about earlier that month of September 1999. September 29th, 1999 was when I was in a coma for 3 months. I got transferred to the Amherst Hospital. Dr. Brian Ferguson was on call that night, or that day at the hospital. He airlifted me in a helicopter to the IWK Children's Hospital. And then my mother, I started, self-harming myself. Started cutting myself. I was running away from home and stuff like that. So my mother was locking me up in and out of hospitals. And the doctor told her to send me to mental health. And I went to mental health. Chuck Emery's was my psychologist. He wanted to know why I was cutting myself, why I was running away from home. And I told him why. Because my family treated me different. They were distant. I felt like they didn't love me. And I told him about my grandfather. Well, he called the RCMP. I was at school. The next day, I went to school. I got off the bus at home after school. And my mother was threatening me. She told me that the RCMP went to my grandfather's house and arrested my grandfather. That Chuck Emery's called the RCMP on my grandfather. And that if I spoke to the RCMP and I told them that my grandfather molested me, she told me that my Nan Dwyer, who I loved with all my heart, she told me that my Nan would die of a broken heart. So I told the RCMP officer I didn't want to talk to him. So I didn't talk to the RCMP. And then after that, my family really, really hated me. And my mom locked me up in the hospital again when I ran away to St. John, New Brunswick.
with Gary Sloan and Buckshot and the boys. I was 15 years old. I ran away to St. John, New Brunswick to get away from my family. And when I got back, my mother locked me up in the Amherst Hospital. One morning I woke up and there was this girl there. Patient sent me. She looked really, really, really fucking familiar too, but I couldn't think of where I've seen her before. And guess who that woman was that was patient sent me? It was Charmaine Sheriff. But since I came back from Cape Breton in 2020, I know now where I've seen her face. She was in the back of that white van while Victor Rector was driving it in 1989. That's where I seen her face. So yeah, the hospital, Amherst Hospital, my mother. You all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Charmaine Sheriff. You're lucky I don't beat your ass, bitch. I know exactly who the fuck you are now. You were 17 years old back then. Dating Victor Rector, the driver. That might have been 1991. I'm not sure if it was 1989 or if it was 1991 that I've seen your face. But your face, you bitch, you and Susan Proctor / Ripley was in the back of that van with a blonde-headed girl. I always thought the blonde-headed girl was Kristen Walton's mother, but it wasn't. It was Melky Woodland and his wife, my mother's sister. Stepsister, half-sister. That's who the fuck that was. Auntie. My aunt. Don't fucking message me again, bitch. And stop trolling me, Kim McKinnon. You ain't my aunt. Now I know why Melky Woodland catfished me online using the Hells Angels biker photos.
June 24th, 2020. Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu, India. 6:40 p.m.
I figured this out all on my own. Plus I got screenshots of Kim, you telling me that your grandfather was Gordon McKinnon. That would be my great grandfather. And his son was John McKinnon, who is your father. It's really, really good. Scott is fucking delicious. I love ham. I love bacon too, but I'm not talking about the cops. I love bacon. MK Ultra Protein Waterfall. I love you. I know exactly who you are. I love you, Protein Waterfall. wonder Melky Woodland did what he did to me. Or, I mean, not Melky. His name's Leslie. No wonder he did what he did to me and K-Brad. But guess what, Melky? Truth's coming out now, ain't it, you fucking goof?
It's as if this mountain is on fire. And it seems to be coming from the sky. And you have a lot of the world that comes hitting you in the
Okay, potatoes gotta go in. And
those heats touch the heavens. Skeptics might look at this and say that this is a refraction of light or optical illusion. And those are worthwhile statements. But who is to say that paranormal phenomena and environmental phenomena are mutually exclusive?
a little bit of water. And we have cake for dessert. Look at this. A nice lemon loaf. No, I think it's a lemon loaf. I think it's lemon loaf. Oh, it fell apart on me. Shit. Cake for dessert. This is mostly all bone. You want a coffee? Alright, I gotta put the water on. I gotta put more water in the kettle. You want to drink a Pepsi? For now, until that coffee heats up? Okay. This stuff here gotta go in the compost. Oh, you found a bigger pot. I'll put it back because everything's in there. Where am I going to put it? Then you have the perps. Videoing that gang stalking isn't happening, yada 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 bullshit. More yada yada yada. All while they are perping you. I know.
I know they are. You think I give a fuck, Scott? I don't care no more. They don't bother me anymore. Because you know what? You know what, Scott? I'm a better person than they are. And I know nobody is better. Actually, they are. They actually are better than those kind of people. Because I'm not the one living a lie, and I'm not the one, you know, gang stalking and stalking and harassing people and living crackhead, living in the fucking trees. I'm not the one, you know, distributing personal images online of them like they are doing to me. Which is going to come to an end because I have made some calls today about Chad posting images of me online. I made some calls about my money that they sent to Timmy Lee's house, and they're checking to see if the check was cashed. And I really hate to be the motherfucker that did it, because that's 10 to 14 years prison. In Milky. What about Milky Protein Waterfall? What about Milky? My cousin is watching. What are you watching? What? Unexplained Killers. Oh, I forgot to cut that potato up. Woo.
What was that stuff you just sprinkled on the potatoes? That's boiled dinner. That's like potatoes, carrots, cabbage, sweet potatoes, and carrots, cabbage, turnip, sweet potatoes, and regular potatoes. I can't, oh fuck, I forget. I think that was it. And onions. I'm making boiled dinner. That was, I put a little bit of honey in it. There's brown sugar that I cooked with the ham. I put a little drop of honey in it and a little bit of parsley and a little bit of sea salt in it. The ham is fucking delicious. It's like sweet ham with when you cook it with the brown sugar. And cabbage. So I took the ham out because that's already cooked. Now, like I had to add water to the brown sugar water. And I put all my vegetables and stuff. I cook it in the brown sugar water and the ham water. Shit, I got my rings on the wrong finger. I'm not married, but I wear this on my ring finger. Anyways, yeah, I cook all my vegetables and stuff in the brown sugar sweet water. So it gives the same sweet taste as the ham has. And then after everything's cooked and everything, I put it all on one plate. And I put mustard on top of it. I squirt a little bit of mustard over top of my vegetables and my ham. And it's really, really good. Someone's getting a Dutch oven tonight. Someone's getting a Dutch oven. Mega Tears, I think. Let's see, here's mine. The water looks brown. The water looks brown from the brown sugar and the honey. It's almost done. A couple more minutes for the potatoes. I'll make bacon and eggs tomorrow for breakfast. Drinking Pepsi. I put eyeshadow on earlier. It's all gone now because I wiped it off. But there's certain eyeshadows that I can't wear, and I guess that's one of the ones that I put on earlier. It makes my eyes burn and water, so I'm assuming that I'm allergic to the kind of eyeshadow that I put on earlier. I gotta go check the fire. It's gone out, but I don't need it right now. The laundry. The blanket's still wet. yeah, this is my job. My job is housework, cooking, cleaning, piling wood in, or throwing wood in the basement, piling it, which I tore my rotary cup on my shoulder today, and being a maid, pretty much, waiting on my relative that only has one leg. That's my job. That's my job. And I get free rent. That's my job. This is the Sassy's room. This is the Sassy's cave. With my rosary beads. Mother Teresa, that my friend Paige gave me, and my other cross. This is my cave, my woman cave. I mean, I tore everything apart in here. I was changing everything around, but there's my blanket. This is my woman cave. My hats, my thing. Live, love, laugh. I love Jesus Christ. I'm tired now. Hey, that should be done now. Oh yeah, that's done. Shut that off. Have a smoke and then I'll serve. What? Why, the ham was enough? Oh, is it? Don't tell me you got food poisoning off the ham. No, that ham's fucking good. I know, I'm starting to get tired. I'm thinking that it would be better tomorrow. Let it set. And it's always good the next day. They let you write on the wall. Don't tell on me. I spray paint it. Well, I'll show you. It's my family's home. Even did the door. I did it with spray paint. I told you, Sassy does what Sassy wants. When I want, how I want. This is my relative's house. He owns it. It's private property. That's why I said anybody wants to come after me, come on the fuck down. then it's all game. It's all ball game then. Because this is private property. Anybody steps on this property that's not wanted here, bang, bang, boom, boom. Fuck around, you lay around. Not all my family are pieces of shit. I do have good people in my family. Like my godmother being one of them. My godmother. She just lives up the road. I love it. I love being back down in around my villages. I love being back with my family. My real family that doesn't abuse me. I love it. I'm glad that I'm out of Amherst. I'm glad that I'm not in Spring Hill no more around any of those scumbags. I'm happy where I am. Nobody's abusing me. Nobody's using and abusing me. And I love it. I'm comfortable. I love being the woman that I'm supposed to be. I love doing bitch work. I love cooking. I love cleaning. I love piling wood in. I love helping those. I love helping those who respect me and who appreciate it and who are not using and abusing me. I love helping those who need my help. I love it. I'm happy. And I love it when the military, I love it when the military comes up and checks on me. I love it when they take their planes out, their plane out, and they circle around the house with the plane. I love it. I love going out watching them. I do, I love it. I love that the military checks up on me. My soldiers. And I love my brother, Peter, in arms, who checks up on me on my YouTube. He has a pet spider that he took home from work. I love him too. I love my brother in arms. See, my smile's a little crooked because of my stroke. I've had 3 strokes. And getting beatings and stuff in the head, like November 2016. When Chris Gibbons beat me in the side of my temple where my brain injury is. When he put me in the hospital with an 8-hour head concussion. That probably didn't help. That probably did not help at all. And Troy Gill, what a fucking stupid pig. Troy Gill, come to the hospital after he beat me in my head. Troy Gill come to the hospital trying to get a fucking statement out of me why I'm going in and out of unconscious. He got away with beating me in the head too. He got away with raping my daughter. I don't know why the court system and law enforcement did not do their job. It's like they want me to hurt these people. I did. I beat the shit out of them.
after I couldn't tolerate him no more when I was investigating him, when I was recording him and stuff, after Peter Wallace told me to delete that evidence, I went around him. Yes, I did. Bobby Joe lines. I went around him. William Spencer. I did. Yes, I did. I went around him to get the evidence that I got. Him admitting to trying to break my little girl's neck that morning. You're fucking right, I went around him. And now I got all the evidence that I need. That's why I need a good lawyer. And I want my daughter back because that was an illegal adoption. I want my little girl Leah back. And I'm taking my son from you, Ricky and Margaret. So get ready. I'm coming for my son. Who doesn't even know me. Because he's been brainwashed and misled. I'm coming for my son, Ricky and Margaret. And I'm taking you both to court. And I'm suing you guys. And Dad, remember when I first got this tattoo, Dad? And you said, you're gonna go to jail. No, Dad. You guys are gonna go to jail. You guys are gonna go to jail. And so are your friends. And so are you, Chris. You guys are all gonna go to jail. So get ready. You just better leave fucking Canada. No, actually, I want to leave Canada. You just better get ready. Because if I can get that lawyer in Moncton, Scat Man, I'll even let you take a video of me taking his shit on your chest. If you can get me justice lawyer in New Brunswick, if you will be my lawyer and help me, I'll do whatever you want. I'll give you a deal if you help me. I'll shit all over ya. Because I know you like that, so I've never done that before. But to get my justice that I need, I'll do whatever you want. I promise. So yeah, if anything happens to me, all the people that I've mentioned, you guys will be responsible. And Curtis Ellis, I'm taking you back to court. And Stewie McCallar, you are the estate of my money that I have locked away. I want my fucking money. I did not set that policy up. I did not sign no papers. And if I did, I wasn't understanding what I was signing. Just like they lied to me and said I was investing in a business. I was not investing in no business. They tricked me into putting life insurance on myself. Now they want to kill me. Now they want me dead so they get all that money. That $75,000 that sat there since I was 21 years old. That's a lot of millions of dollars sitting in that company, and I fucking want my money. It's 21 when it was locked away. I'm 37 now. That's a lot of millions of fucking dollars. And it's been locked in long enough, and I want my fucking money. so I can have a home, so I can buy a brand new home, so I can have my life back, so I can have all my kids back, so I can buy my kids what they need, so I have the life that I deserve. You guys are not going to kill me and profit off my fucking death. That's why I need a good lawyer, not a fucking corrupted one from Amherst that are all conflict of interest. So how's that for your schizophrenic, psychotic, mental health bullshit, Margaret? Police, Haven House workers, CPS workers, child trafficking workers. How's that for mental health bullshit? Schizophrenic, psychotic. I might have been dumb and misled before, but I'm older, I'm wiser, and I caught on to all your guys' bullshit. Now you guys are gonna pay. I promise. Family or no family, you guys ain't my fucking family. You ain't my mother and father. I only have one father, and that's God above who created this world. And I only have one mother, Mother Earth. And I have one Lord, Jesus Christ. And that's all I need. So get ready, because I'm going to fry yous all in court. I am going to bed now. So good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. They let you write? Yeah, they did. Anyway, sweet dreams.